Welcome to a beautiful night at Palm Springs Stadium. Nash Walker, Evan Schmeiser, so excited to bring you this Power versus PSCL Uncommitted game from the stadium on just a gorgeous night. The Power come in, going against, this is one of the best days of the year, Evan. One of the best scheduled games of the year. You'll see the PSCL Uncommitted guys. So much talent coming to this field tonight on both sides.
Well, there's no doubt about it, Nash. You have the Power who have won 7 games in a row. They've been dominant for sure, and it's an unbelievably cool occasion for these young PSCL players. You know, they're getting a chance to really showcase what they have to offer against a powerful lineup. Essentially, they're playing up. And I think it's always a wonderful opportunity. Try and face some pitching maybe you're not used to facing. Because a lot of times in those situations, you're able to maybe excel to a new level that you weren't sure able to do before, but the situation might force you to elevate yourself just that much.
Great reminder tonight. We'll continue to remind you throughout the broadcast. For more information on any of these players, contact Don Bray at 626-664-5136. Again, that's 626-664-5136 for any more information on these players. And Evan, you and I have been up every morning watching these guys all year, watching these guys get better. We've seen from day one until now the progression on the mound, in the batter's box. And there are some guys here who will be players to watch in the playoffs next week in the PSCL, and tonight get an opportunity to show off their skills on a big stage.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Honestly, it's the coolest thing, really seeing all the different uniforms. Every player for the PSCL Uncommitted team, they're wearing their classic uniforms, whether they're with the Bootleggers or with the Lumberjacks or with the A's, the Colonials, the whole bunch. All 12 of the teams are wearing their exact uniforms. It'll be tremendous for us to pick out. You know, Nash, everyone will get a chance tonight for sure.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's fine. We basically have 3 different teams that we're going to send out for the PSCL Uncommitted group every 3 innings as far as the position players are concerned. And it's a good chance we'll see up to 7 pitchers on the mound tonight.
Should be a ton of fun here. Again, PSCL Uncommitted facing off against the Palm Springs Power tonight. And for the Power, we've seen guys come right in here, Evan, and make an immediate impact. Torrey Sweet at the top of this lineup. They'll look to do that again tonight. We'll have starting lineups for you when we return from the national anthem.
Power fans, please welcome everyone's favorite Ram, Rocky! For this evening, behind the plate is Bob Walker, and in the field is Kirk Ordway. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. As we listen to our national anthem this evening, please keep in your hearts and minds the proud men and women who put their lives on the line to protect us, our families, and our way of life, here at home and across the world.
And we're just about ready to get going from Palm Springs Stadium. Again, Nash Walker, Evan Schmeiser here with you tonight. For the PSCL side, it'll be Nathan Beckley, Michael Macias, Roman Robles right off the top here in the first inning, going against the lefty Evan Shaw. And Shaw's found some success on this mound here in Palm Springs, Evan.
Well, there's no doubt about it. This will be the 5th time we'll see Shaw on the mound throughout the entire season. He's gotten a couple starts so far. 14 innings on the season, no earned runs allowed for the lefty. Big lefty, 6'4", 195 pounds. He's allowed a few unearned runs to score. Low walk total, though. Only 5 walks issued, 22 strikeouts in those 14 innings. So, Nash, I have a good feeling that Shaw is going to allow these PSCL guys to get their hacks in. He's going to be throwing strikes, and I really want to see a lot of balls get put into play, and I have a good feeling about that.
Again, off the top, we'll go through the PSCL lineup for you. Nathan Beckley playing second base. Michael Macias batting second, playing third. Roman Robles in center field, batting third. Julio Vasquez, who we've seen just crush the ball in the PSCL, he'll catch and bat fourth. Trevor Gruska's in left field, he'll bat fifth. Bryce Sidler at first base, batting sixth. Lee Matsuzaki in right field, batting seventh. Tyler Martinez in the sixth hole at short, batting eighth. And capping it off, Tyler Farwell, the designated hitter tonight for the uncommitted roster. Pitching, Nate Bandura for the PSCL side. And as you said, Evan, really fun. A whole array, a rainbow, if you will, of colors on the PSCL side.
You know, Nash, I know it's not the All-Star game yet. That'll come up July 4th, but it sure did look like, with all the different jerseys we had out there, good chance several of these players might make the All-Star game themselves. But honestly, it was unreal seeing them line up on the foul line.
So Beckley will lead us off. Again, we're going to have a lineup for innings 1 through 3 that'll change 4 through 6 and then 7 through 9 as well. We'll do our best to keep you updated on who is checked into the game to get their at-bats and get their innings in the field as Beckley steps into the box. San Francisco State. He's from San Clemente, California.
Now batting the second baseman, Nathan Becky.
Beckley playing for the Bootleggers this year. Really nice start, hitting .364. He's 8 for 22, .417 on base percentage, OPS at .871. He takes a ball outside from Shaw. It's 1-0 on our first pitch of the game.
Absolutely, Nash. I can't say enough. I mean, he's faced some excellent pitching. He's only struck out once so far this season. Like, I can't believe he's only struck out once.
Squares to bunt, but takes a strike. It's 1-1. 1-1 from Shaw's hit hard up the middle. Beckley singles to lead off the game. And that's a good start for the uncommitted roster.
Can't say that enough, Nash. Absolutely tremendous swing. That ball was scalded right through the middle, frankly.
And we have the honor of Don Bray. It's his birthday today, and he's here. And if you heard and you listened right before the national anthem, gave you Don's number if you need any more information on these players. Don, we were just talking about how cool it is to have everybody out here with an opportunity on the big stage.
Yeah, it's awesome. You know, thanks for having me up here, guys. I think getting these guys up here to play against the Power is not only a huge honor, but also a time for them to show off their skills.
So Beckley with a hard hit single up the middle, and Michael Macias steps in. Macias hit a grand slam for the Chill. The Chill were trailing 3-0 late, and Macias came up and gave him a boost, gave him the 4-3 lead. And Evan and I were saying as well, Don, we've had the opportunity to watch these guys every morning, watch them get better through the PSCL, and they play so many games, and you're out there as well. What have you seen from these guys as far as progression?
Yeah, I think it's awesome to see these guys get better. You know, they have a unique opportunity here, you know, because the league is all centralized. You know, not only their coaches are going to help point things out for them or, you know, help them out in the cage, but also, you know, an opposing manager might be able to see something and help them out, or another player. So, like I said, they have a huge advantage here playing in the PSCL, trying to get better, especially these uncommitted guys.
Turf games, stadium games every single morning in the PSCL. Beckley moves up to second on a pass ball. That's up and away to Macias. So plenty of these guys maybe didn't get an opportunity at their freshman year at their own school and come here, get innings, get at bats, and just get better. And we've seen that throughout the summer. Beckley leads off second. Macias fouls it back. What's impressed you most, Don, this summer? Don Bray, head coach of the A's, try to win a title next week. That should be fun. What's impressed you most, maybe with your own team, but just overall with the baseball you've seen this summer?
Honestly, I think the pitching has been the best we've ever had in the PSCL this year, which has been awesome. You know, the guys are really challenged at the plate this year. You know, I think this is the lowest overall batting average we've had since coming in here. So, yeah, it's really cool. And, you know, just to kind of have that ability to see different arms, see college arms, especially for these guys that, like you said, maybe hadn't played or are freshmen at their colleges.
Macias fists it down the first baseline. It'll hook foul. Long battle between Shaw and Macias here.
He is putting up an excellent fight, Nash. Already we've seen Macias foul off a couple really tough pitches. That ball was just in on his hands, able to just stay alive.
Now, we've also seen some PSCL guys come up and play for the Power this year. I feel like that's another good thing for them to see. Their teammates get called up, and they know if they perform, they get a chance to play at night as well in the stadium. Macias hits that towards third, and that's going to get through to short. Tough play. Throw is by Olsen at first, and coming home to score is Beckley. So Macias puts the ball in play with a full count, and he'll reach second base. It's 1-0 on the PSCL side.
Well, Nash, we'll see what the official ruling of that is going to be. I assume that has to go down as a hit. I think Macias would have beaten that play anyway. Almost an unbelievable attempt from Evan Berkey over at shortstop, the Division I shortstop, I might add you. And excellent base running on the part of Nathan Beckley, seeing the ball going past first base and scoring relatively easily.
Ball was hitting the hole. Tough play. Got by Manzo. Reached Berkey out there at short. Almost made a Jeter-esque play to first. And instead, Macias is at second. 1 run already home here for the PSCL. And pitches up and in on Roman Robles, the center fielder tonight. So as I was saying, Don, they see that as an opportunity potentially to be called up to play some stadium games at night.
Yeah, I think it's just another cool thing we offer here is these guys can come up and play with the Power. You know, I'm always going to consider it a huge honor when we can take one of the PSCL guys, bring them up to the Power, kind of see how they handle maybe even a little bit better pitching or a bigger atmosphere where now their peers from the PSCL are in the stands, you know, cheering them on. It's just a big advantage we have to some guys. You know, hopefully those PSCL guys that we pull up to the Power, you know, next year hopefully they can be an impact Power player or maybe float from the PSCL to the Power but still play, kind of like we have like Harrison and Richie Amavisca and a couple other guys.
1-1 is inside to Robles. Here's the 2-1 swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Oh, the foul tip that evens it up at 2. As far as retention, Don, you see some guys come out, as you said, play the PSCL, then the next summer they may come out and play for the Power. But it feels like a lot of guys do come back because they appreciate the time they get and they appreciate the progression they made over that summer.
Yeah.
Strike 3 on Robles. It's the first out of the top of the first.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's awesome to have guys come back. You know, we'll see Nathan Beckley and Michael Macias both are returners to the PSCL. So it's really cool to have those guys.
Macias is off second. He's local. I talked to him before the season started. He said, I just want to have a big summer and sign on somewhere, and it's gone well for him so far. First pitch on Vasquez in there for a strike. Vasquez been a force for the Grizzly this year, catching and DHing a bit when he's not behind the plate. Defensively, been solid and with the bat. Extra bases all over the field. Shaw's going to get a chat here from Mazzetti. Positionally, Don, are guys coming in and saying, hey, I want to play third base or I want to play shortstop? And what's your response if they do say that to you? Because it feels like in the current game, guys just bounce around everywhere, all over the field. Infielders or outfielders, and you see Mazzetti even behind the plate.
Yeah, a lot of guys will come in with primary positions, and I'm a big one for, you know, hey, try to play as many positions as you can. You know, there's always, you know, you might be a third baseman, maybe the school's looking for a second baseman. You know, maybe you fit the mold there. You know, when you're choosing a school, especially for these uncommitted guys, you know, being able to play other positions is just a complete advantage towards them.
And this is Don Bray. You can reach him at 626-664-5136 for more information. That one's just off, evens the count at 2-2. PSCL coming out and putting together some really nice at-bats here early on against Evan Shaw.
Well, you can't say enough for this group of PSCL Uncommitted players. That's huge for momentum, being able to put up a quick run, put the power back on its heels after winning 7 in a row. And against Evan Shaw, who hasn't allowed an earned run yet up to this point this season. And he's gone 14 innings coming into this outing.
Breaking ball is outside, just misses. Count runs full on Vasquez.
Still a chance for more. It's only 1 out, and you have a man over at second.
Shot comes set on the 3-2. Comes home, swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts in a row. Vasquez is down swinging for the second out. Down, we talked to Casey Dill before the season, manager of the Power, and he said this pitching staff is maybe deeper than it's been in a long, long time. Have you noticed that watching the Power and even in the PSCL?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of elite arms, not only on the Power, but in the PSCL. And, I can't say enough to those guys that are coming in. They're throwing strikes. It's been awesome to just be able to play 7-inning games, get through them, get guys at bats. I think we're at an all-time high for total at bats at this point in the season and innings. And then from the Power, I think our pitching's our best thing we have. We have a lot of elite talent in the field, but, we can roll guys out like Carson Phillips, like Brett Fennell, Evan Shaw right here, Cochise product, just to name a few. Joey Mazzetti from the guy catching today, he's been an elite on the mound as well. So it's been awesome to have those kind of arms, in the Power. It's also been awesome to showcase to the PSCL, guys that are former PSCL players playing for the Power. Evan Shaw and Joey Mazzetti being those guys.
Robbie Lopez is in. Left-handed batter's box quickly down 0-2.
Robbie hit a walk-off grand slam against the A's 2 days ago to beat us on the turf field. So a lot of power from that left side. Went a long way.
Slugging .476 on the season. He's got the double and that home run. 0-2, swing and a miss. So Shaw comes back, strikes out the side, and that'll do it for the top of the first. PSCL, they do score. They lead the Power 1-0, and we'll head to the bottom half of the first.
Good evening.
Torrey Sweet is in. Power trailing 1-0 here in the bottom half of the first. He'll step in against Nate Bandura, who's pitched for the Bombers this year. 5 2/3, 7 strikeouts, and a 3.18 ERA. Opponent batting average at .238. So Bandura Very solid. He saved a game for the Bombers. That's in the dirt 1-0 on Sweet.
This will be quite a test for Nate Bandura. I think this is a test that I think he'll very much look forward to, facing such a lineup like this. I mean, Torrey Sweet, Noah Blythe, and Evan Berkey, first 3 men to face him. I mean, this is definitely a step up, and I think regardless of how this outing goes, definitely he's going to learn a lot from this.
We're here with Don Bray, who's the coach of the A's and
It's a good-looking start, possibly.
assistant coach at Power. That's in foul territory and caught by Sidler over there for out number 1. So a pop out. Sweet's retired, and that'll bring up Noah Blythe, who's been terrific this year. Don, 4,442 plate appearances in the PSCL. We still got games to play this week. There's a chance you're going to reach that 4,800, 5,000 mark. It's just really nice to see so many plate appearances going around, and you just feel like these guys are getting better.
Yeah, I think we have a definite chance to even beat that, especially with playoffs. A lot of these games coming up are going to be real high intensity, so we're going to get guys a lot of at-bats. It's going to be fun,
It's popped up again to right field. Sort of in no man's land, but Matsuzaki will make a cap-high catch for out number 2. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the first for Bandura, and Blythe is down. That'll bring up Evan Berkey, the shortstop.
Oh, yeah, you can't ask for any better start than this year, Nate Bandura. Let's see. No big deal. Get Torrey Sweet and Noah Blythe right away. That's an excellent start. Noah Blythe's hitting over 450 this season for the Power. You got him on just a couple pitches.
Berkey steps in now with 2 down, nobody on, 1-0 PSCL over the Power here.
And Berkey's already 5 for 10 this season so far with the Power, with a double to his credit. Almost made an unbelievable play at shortstop in the first inning. So another great test for Bandura.
First pitch is down. Don, something Evan and I talk about, and George and everybody, is we notice guys are in there to hit. They're not in there to walk. And I think that's been a trend so far in the PSCL.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing. Guys want to get their at-bats. They want to get their stats. They want to show the college they're coming from or the college they're going to that, hey, I can swing it. And walking is great. Being able to show that plate discipline is important. But at the same time, we also have to be able to swing it. And, hey, maybe the coach, we're coming in, hey, we hit 450 this year. Maybe that kind of persuades him to get us in the lineup in those fall games. So I'm all about it. I tell my team, hey, I understand 3-0, you might not want to swing, but let's go after it. Let's try to get a base hit. Let's try to add to those stats and just make us look as best as we can be.
Ground ball to third. Tough hop for Macias, and there's going to be no play. Might have hit the lip of that grass and popped up on Macias by the time he got a handle of it.
Yeah, that's a tough play out there. It's a fast infield out here, especially just with how dry it is being out here in the desert. Just one of those balls hits the dirt, it kicks up a little bit. You're not always sure how the ball is going to bounce. So it's an error, but a tough error.
Bandura would have been a third out quickly here. He's throwing strikes, and
that was a really good breaking ball we saw there from Bandura to get that ground ball.
swing and a miss. Looked like another one there. And we see a first pitch breaking ball. We've seen that so much down in the PSCL, and guys able to throw it for a strike like Bandura just opens up so many options for a pitcher.
Yeah, I actually really like Nate Bandura on the mound here. He's going to pound the strike zone. He's going to go after guys. He's got that real just bulldog mentality. No one's going to phase him.
Berkey was off with the pitch, but it was fouled back, and it's 0-2. So Berkey will head back to first. What was called an error on Macias, so E5.
Yeah, but he's on the mound facing a guy coming from UCLA, and he doesn't care. He's going to go right at him. He's ahead in the count 0-2. Probably going to bury a nice curveball here, maybe try to get him a little elevated. And, if anybody can do it, I think he can put it away. So
here's the 0-2 from Bandura, breaking ball down and away, and Dean spits on it. Manuel Dean batting fourth today for the Power.
That might also be a good time for Bandura, maybe to elevate a fastball after setting up Dean with a breaking ball low.
Another breaking ball and foul back. Dean waited back on it. What does that look like, Don, when you're talking to a pitcher? How much of it is hands-on with pitch mix, pitch usage here in the PSCL and for the Power?
I think we're in a unique situation here because it kind of depends on what team you're playing for. With me, I have more of a laid-back style. I want these guys to work on what they think they need to work on. So I'm going to go out there, challenge yourself, throw those pitches in a hard count.
Berkey was off again with the 1-2, and once again, Dean follows it back.
But yeah, it's all about that. There's some other coaches that are very hands-on calling pitches because they also understand that this kid needs to get better at throwing his breaking ball for a strike or, elevating 0-2. So it really does depend, but you can't go wrong with the coaching here in the PSCL. We're all here to help you get better, like I've always said before. So, it's just kind of a really unique situation. We have the ability to coach our own players and coach other players as well.
It always feels like the perfect mix between competitive and we're here to get better. And I think that's been fun to see this summer. 1-2 on Dean, the right fielder for the Power, 2 down. Berkey's off first, and that's called a ball low, 2-2. Looked pretty good from Bandura.
It was a great idea going with a fastball inside. We saw 3 straight curveballs that Dean was able to hit foul. I mean, there's no way Dean was looking for that fastball, and he was ready to go back to the dugout, frankly.
So 2-2 now, 1 runner on. PSCL up 1-0. Let's hit out to right, and fair ball. Rolling down into the corner. Berkey's going to get waved around. Heading for the plate. He'll score. Dean into third. He's thrown out.
That was an unbelievable throw. My goodness. How about that play by Nathan Beckley? Perfect relay coming in from the right fielder Lee Matsuzaki, and Beckley threw a strike over the third base to retire Dean.
Emmanuel Dean, RBI double, scores Evan Berkey. It's 1-1. We got a barn burner early on. And when we return, top of the second, Shaw's back to the hill.
It's a double.
Tremendous cutoff from Nathan Beckley and a strong throw from right from Lee Matsuzaki. Cuts down Emmanuel Dean at third. And it's another strong play in what has been a great summer for Nathan Beckley. 8 for 22 at the plate with 2 doubles and just made a great defensive play as well, Evan.
Well, there's no doubt about it. As we get a base hit right there from Bryce Siller to start us off. I mean, that relay was perfect. And Beckley got a ton on that throw from all the way into shallow right field. Perfect strike over the third. You get a really good runner in Emmanuel Dean. And And Don Bray was just talking to us a moment ago. Beckley's played in the PSL for a couple of years. He can play all over the field. He can even catch.
So Bryce Sidler, who hit 301 with a 375 on base percentage at American River and is off to a strong start in the PSCL, singles to right on the first pitch in a 1-1 game here in the top of the second. That's way inside on Matsuzaki, who made a strong throw from right field to eventually cut down Emmanuel Dean at third base after the RBI double that tied this game at 1.
Perfect relay all the way around.
Sidler's back in. Close play. Sidler's 4 for 5 in steals in the PSCL for the North Stars. The North Star Blue. As Olsen holds him on there at first base. 1-0. In there for a strike on Matsuzaki.
And Nash, for what it's worth, technically, the run in the top of the first inning for the PSCL Uncommitted group, it does go down as an unearned run, but they look poised to try and put up the first earned run against Evan Shaw all season.
Matsuzaki swings and misses. He crushed, Matsuzaki did, at Howard College. Hit 349 with an OPS near 1,000. Absolutely terrific at Howard. And a swing and a miss there. He's down on strikes. Doesn't take away from a great PSCL season for Lee Matsuzaki. He's got a 368 on base percentage.
Tyler Martinez.
So Sidler's still at first, and Tyler Martinez will step to the plate, the shortstop. Martinez hit 250 at San Francisco State. He's from Towson, Maryland. And the first pitch is a breaking ball low. Tyler Martinez playing for the Chill. He's 6 for 17. That's a 353 batting average with 6 singles, 4 walks, a 476 on base percentage for Martinez. And he's the shortstop today. Ahead in the count, 1-0. And they haven't picked off. Throw to second. Sidler is thrown out. So Shaw caught him, the lefty. And Sidler's caught stealing. That's the second out of the inning.
Frankly, I still think it's a good idea to try and take off there. It's a good opportunity to try and steal a base. And a lot of times with a left-handed pitcher out there, you're just guessing. You go on first move. Frankly, Nash, as a base runner, I was always annoyed with those left-handed pitchers. Looked like they balked every time anyway.
So it's still Martinez, but 2 down now, and that's hit hard up the middle, base hit. It's another hit, the third of the game for the PSCL, and Tyler Martinez continues. Tremendous summer.
I know it's just an excellent piece of hitting. Martinez didn't try and do too much with the ball. He got a good fastball on the outer part of the plate, and he stayed with it, went right through the middle.
So here's Farwell, the DH today. Little J. Cole walking up to the plate. Swing and a miss from Farwell. And 2 down now with Martinez at first base. Farwell playing for the Snowbirds is 6 for 23 with a 393 on base percentage, OPS at 871. Terrific stuff. He's got a triple. He's got a homer. Stands tall in the left-handed batter's box. And 1-1 from Shaw. 1-1 down and away in the dirt. Good block from Mazzetti.
And a really good take right there from Farwell. It's tough seeing a breaking ball, the lefty-on-lefty matchup, but he spit on it nicely.
1 strikeout in 28 plate appearances for Farwell in the PSCL. Four walks. He's been hit by 1 pitch. And Shaw checks on the runner, back in safely. Martinez.
It's a good lead out there from Tyler Martinez, especially being aggressive. Looks like one of those one-way leads where you get you take a good amount of space on your lead, but then the first move is back towards the bag, trying to draw throws over. It makes the pitcher think about the base runner and take away energy from the hitter.
Farwell swings and misses. It's 2-2. Lefty-lefty matchup here. 2-2 on Farwell. There goes Martinez, and it's in there for a called strike 3. So Shaw works around a couple of hits and holds the PSCL to a 0 in the top half of the second. It's a 1-1 game. Power will come up and hit when we return. Alexander Eanger to the mound for the PSCL side. It's 1-1. Tied up with the Power here.
For the Power, the catcher number 10, Joey Mazzetti.
Eanger on the season, 11 strikeouts in 9 2/3 innings. And Joey Mazzetti will step in now, the catcher for the Power. Eanger, right-hander. Lakeland Community College. Pitches high, 1-0.
You know, Nash, we talked about in the first inning with Bandura, some of these really great hitters they have the chance to face. Eanger has the same kind of thing. He's facing Mazzetti right now. The team leader in RBIs, that ball smoked in the center.
Joey has a hit. It's a leadoff single for the Power in the second. Opposite field rip to right center for Joey Mazzetti. And there's a man aboard here for Connor Olson. So Bandura was excellent in the first.
Connor Olson.
Gave up a double right down the line from Dean. Dean was thrown out at third. An inning would have ended, but a tough hop prevented that in the first. Olson swinging a miss. Nasty off-speed pitch from Eanger. A potential changeup there, Evan.
Yeah, it was a really good-looking one. And if you're a right-handed pitcher and you have a good changeup to a left-handed batter, it makes you that much tougher. And it doesn't get any easier in the lineup. Connor Olson hitting over 400 so far.
There goes Joey. Here's the throw down, not in time. Mazzetti's got a stolen base. And Joey's really done it all this year for the Power.
Well, that's only putting it lightly. I mean, he didn't start the first couple of games. He's emerged as the RBI leader, the second best hitter based on the numbers. He's played third base. He's played catcher. I mean, hits coming out of the bullpen several times. He's just a good athlete. Even standing next to him, that guy's country strong.
0-1 is high on Olson. It's 1-1. Nobody out. Bottom of the second. Mazzetti in scoring position at second after the single and steal.
Absolutely, and a chance for the Power. Try and manufacture a run here. Olson's a chance and try and get Mazzetti over the ground ball to the right side.
Swing and a miss from Olson. It's a 1-1 game. Dean has an RBI double, and Beckley scored in the first for the PSCL on a merry-go-round type of play. Ended up ruled as an error. That's hit hard to right center. Robles is back and makes the running catch, cap high for out number 1.
was an absolute tremendous jump from Roman Robles over in center field. That ball was hit on a rope by Olsen. He saw it really, really well, got a tremendous jump, and frankly, with that kind of speed, it made it look like a much easier play than it really was.
Isaiah Alvarez.
So here's Isaiah Alvarez. And Isaiah down on the 7-hole today playing left field. He'll get a chance to drive in the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the second. 1-1 ball game. First pitch from Eanger in the dirt, 1-0. Good block back there. Good stop from Vasquez, who has done that all summer for the Grizzly. Just eating balls behind the plate.
Nash, I really have been impressed by the catchers, to say the least. I mean, you're meeting these pitchers for the first time. Within just one day, you're already starting games. You're playing almost every day. Not a whole lot of opportunities to practice with this condensed schedule. And I haven't seen very often pitchers shaking off the catchers' either, so I've been impressed seeing the trust between these pitching staffs and the catchers.
1-1 outside, 2-1. It's clocked at 78 from Eanger. That one at 81. So buzzing it up there into the 80s. On the breaking ball. 2-1. Hit out to second. Picked up on a couple hops from Beckley. Throws over to first for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here after the leadoff single and steal. And Eanger can escape with no damage.
Now batting the third baseman, number 31, Efrain Manzo.
He'll have to get Efrain Manzo.
It's only the second game that Manzo's played in. He went 1 for 2 back on the 14th of June. With a knock, couple runs scored, a couple walks.
Pitch is down in the dirt. It's 1-0 on Manzo. So Eanger gets a fly ball and a grounder to second. 2 quick outs after the leadoff single. The 1-0. Check swing. Hit back to Eanger. Picks it up with a bare hand and throws on to first.
Nice
Good throw.
play.
Nice play. And a scoreless bottom of the second. We remain tied at 1. Nice inning from Alex Eanger and from the PSCL defense. We'll head to the top of the third when we return.
You know, as we get set for the top of the third, ladies and gentlemen, 1, 2, 3, due up for the PSCL Uncommitted group. It looks like we'll stay with Beckley, Mike Macias, and Roman Robles. So I want to touch on that last play to end the previous inning by the pitcher Alexander Edinger. That's a play that a lot of pitchers on every level, frankly, they often mess it up. So it's a check swing ball, hit relatively softly in front of the mound, but the ball's still moving. Edinger did a great job deadening the ball with his bare hand, smothering it at first. A lot of pitchers might try and pick up with their glove or try and use both hands, end up kicking it around a little bit. Took his time, set his feet nicely, delivered a good strike over the first base.
Nathan Beckley will lead off the third for the Uncommitted PSCL squad. It's a 1-1 game, and Beckley singled and scored in the first. He's got his fingerprints on this one already through 2 innings. First pitch is away for ball one.
You know, Nash, this is one of those really interesting games. I played a few games during the summer where we're batting 16 guys in an order. The more you hit, the more chances you get.
1-0. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Beckley, as I said, singled in the top of the first. Hard hit single up the middle. And then relayed a ball from second base to cut down Emmanuel Dean at third. And that pitch is outside. And Shaw slipped on the mound, and Mazzetti's going to come out and talk to him.
And hopefully he's okay. He looked a little uncomfortable. Well, I guess he's fine.
Short meeting.
Indicated that. Kicking around in some dirt a little bit. Finding that balance once again. That balance point's everything for a pitcher. Doesn't matter how hard you throw, or how big you are, or how good the movement on your stuff is. If you can't repeat your delivery consistently, you're not going to have any idea where the ball's going.
That is outside, 3-1. Nathan Beckley, San Francisco State. San Clemente, California. He's uncommitted. Played at SF State. And he's having himself a summer. 3-1. Chopped at the plate. Stays fair. Shaw picks it up. Throws on to first for out number one. Thought that may have hit his foot, but...
Well, Nash, from my experience, it's rare to see someone foul ball off their foot and still run to first base like nothing happened.
So one down now for Michael Macias.
Now batting number
Reached on
32,
error.
First baseman Michael Macias.
It was a crazy play that scored Beckley from first. And Macias steps in now.
You know, it's an interesting circumstance, especially with these hitters right now. So there's a good chance that with some of the changes we'll see probably after the third inning, could be the last at bat of the night for especially some of these guys in the top of the order.
Macias takes inside for ball one on a pitch that nearly clipped him.
Really nice crowd out here tonight, Nash. I'm
Absolutely.
impressed.
1-0, fouled off to the right side. Macias got ahead in a count on the grand slam play from a few weeks back. Got ahead, got a fastball he liked, jumped out in front of it and hit it down the left field line to score 4. One down and away, 2-1. Spending his late nights at the gym. Getting stronger.
I like that. It's been cool, Nash. Going to the gym late at night. I'm going to do my runs and see a lot of baseball-looking guys in there. It's motivating.
2-1 to Macias, swinging a miss on a breaking ball, 2-2.
Yeah, Evan Shaw's doing a really nice job so far. Just mixing up his pitches. We've seen a few late swings on fastballs and a few early swings on breaking balls. So he's keeping them guessing. He's mixing it up nicely.
2-2 from Shaw outside. Another good at-bat from Macias. His first at-bat resulted in a ground ball. But he battled. And he's in a full count again here against the lefty. The 3-2. Foul tip is that he can't hang on, and the at-bat continues. One down, top of the third. 1-1 score. PSCL playing the power. PSCL uncommitted roster. For more information on any of these uncommitted players, contact Don Bray at 626-664-5136. Macias fists that foul. Still 3-2.
Yeah, it's another really excellent at bat. Sometimes it just pays. Try and play a little bit of pepper. Don't try and do too much with some of these tougher pitches. Just spray it foul. Live to fight for one more pitch.
3-2. Popped out. Foul territory. And Olsen watches it bounce out of play.
Our analytics guy did a nice job getting out of the way of that play. I know it's been maybe a year or so for him since he's been out on the diamond. Good-looking instincts there from one of our resident nerds.
Another 3-2. Hit out to center. Into the gap. And a diving try from Sweden gets by him. Macias is around first. He'll pull up into second with a double. Great effort. Ball was hit hard and tailing into the right center field gap. And Macias is aboard with a double.
A great baseball all the way around. Torrey Sweet got an excellent jump on that ball. Just missed getting on the outstretched attempt. And have a day, Mike Macias. 2 hits on the night. And a big role in, so far, the only offense of the night for the PSCL Uncommitted group of that running the first inning.
So here's Roman Robles, struck out swinging in the first. Now a chance to give the Uncommitted roster a lead. A 1-1 game here on the top of the third inning. Shot comes set. Comes home. Swing and a miss. Gets away from Mazzetti. Macias thought about it. And ultimately thought better of it. So he remains at second. Macias 7-pitch and 8-pitch at-bats tonight. Recorded hits in both. So first inning was tallied as a hit. Oh, 1 on Robles, sitting there for a strike, 0-2.
Those are a couple tough breaking balls there from Evan Shaw. He got the swing, he got the chase on the first pitch, then backdoored one on the inside part of the plate.
0-2, 1 out. Macias leads off second. Shaw comes home, foul back. Got a fastball in the hands. So Shaw goes from 74 with the breaking ball and then hums a fastball in there at 84.
That's tough for any hitter, especially you have to get geared up for that breaking ball and then just try and stay alive and hit that fastball foul. So good job there from Robles to keep his bat going.
0-2, breaking ball. Sounds like it got him, and it did. So Robles will gain first base on the hit by pitch.
That's a really solid approach there from Robles. He hung in there well on that breaking ball. He saw it coming out of his hand. He didn't bail out like a lot of other people might want to do when the ball's coming at you like that. It tells me he saw the pitch coming really, really well, and he saw the spin and anticipated breaking ball.
First and second for Vasquez. So the Uncommitted roster has put men aboard in all 3 innings.
Makes everybody happy. It means they have more chances.
Up and away, a ball. Good take from Vasquez. Julio, Howard College, hit .315 with a .457 on base percentage there. And so far has done basically the same for the Grizzly. Pitch is in there for a strike. Showing off the power, though, as well this summer is Vasquez. He's got 3 doubles, a triple, and a homer. He's hitting .364 with an OPS over 1,200.
That'll help.
And he's a good catcher. Pitches outside, 2-1. Big right-handed hitter. Vasquez has walked 5 times, struck out 5 times in 28 plate appearances. Playing for the Grizzly this summer. Key part of the middle of their order. 2-1, upstairs, 3-1. They're giving him fits here. All 3 innings, Evan, just refusing to chase.
They're coming after Evan Shaw. You got to give these guys a lot of credit. It's a bit of a step up from what they've been facing all season and possibly what they were facing during their regular seasons in college. And if I'm Julio Vasquez here, I'm looking for that fastball on the outer part of the plate. I'm going right center field.
Shaw does have 5 strikeouts. That's hit hard out to second. Chance at 2, picked up, flipped on, and here's the try. They got him. Berkey Pontoli Olsen scored 6-4-3 on the double play. Hard hit ball from Vasquez. And some poor luck, but a nicely turned double play from the Power. It's 1-1 after 2.5. Power will come up and hit when we return. Jack Hagan to the mound. He's pitched this year for the A's in the PSCL. 8 innings, he's faced 33 batters, struck out 6, couple of walks, and a 3.37 ERA.
You know that A's staff, Nash, the lowest earned run average in the entire league. They got some horses, to say the least.
And he'll lead it off against Harrison Pontoli here in the third. It's a 1-1 game, Power versus the uncommitted PSCL roster. We'll do this again tomorrow night. Different players on the PSCL side.
That's right.
More talent coming out here to Palm Springs Stadium. First pitch is hit high to right field. It's going to twirl foul, but that thing was hit a ton.
It would have been close to home run territory. It would have one-hopped the wall if it were fair. A lot of room down the lines.
0-1 now on Pontoli, who's gotten on base quite a bit for the Power this season. Hagan is part of an A's pitching staff that has been terrific. As a team, they have a 3.27 ERA, excuse me. And Hagan is a large part of that.
You know, it's interesting to see, Nash. Now, all 3 outfielders for the uncommitted group are playing Pontoli way over towards his pull side.
Jam shot to short. Martinez picks it up on a hot, low throw. Can't dig it out. So Pontoli's going to make at least second base, and he's upstanding.
You know, it was an excellent play initially out there at shortstop from Martinez. Got really nicely on the one hop. It looked like he set his feet really nicely. Sometimes, though, it just happens once in a while. You throw it in on one hop, and errors happen once in a while.
So runner at second now for the top of the Power lineup.
Fielder number 45, Torrey Sweet.
For Torrey Sweet, who popped out in foul territory to lead off the bottom of the third.
Another thing to keep in mind, July 4th, Independence Night, which is a Monday. It'll be the annual All-Star Game. The best of the PSCL will take on the Power.
That's hit out to short again.
Oh, wow, what a crazy hop.
Unbelievable hop off the grass. The ball gets to the outfield. Pontoli has to stay at third, but unfortunate bounce for the PSCL defensively, and now runners at the corners with nobody out.
And that was really, really strange. No chance for Martinez trying to get that ball. It just kicked like crazy off the lip of the grass. We've seen a few balls kind of go like that throughout the season. And obviously, it'll have to go down as a hit.
Noah Blythe is in. And with the man in scoring position, runners at the corners, nobody out. And this might be the last guy you want to see in the Power order in this spot, Evan.
Well, in my opinion, I'd say that is the case. Blythe is the leading hitter so far for the Power. I think the only next closest is Mazzetti.
Sweet takes off. It's a fly ball to right. Sweet will have to get back quickly, and tagging from third and scoring is Pontoli. So it's a sac fly for Blythe. Sweet remains at first, and it's 2-1 Power here in the third.
Well, it's really good to see the aggression from Noah Blythe. He's not trying to think about too much, not trying to do too much. He got a good fastball on the outer part of the plate. He knew he could get it in the air, more than deep enough in the right field, scoring Pontoli pretty easily from third.
So here's Evan Berkey. Reached on error and scored in the first. Power lead at 2-1 now with one down. Hagan, some tough luck. Ball skipping off the grass into left field. They got a fly ball from Blythe, who's been largely the Power's best hitter this year in many offensive categories. Scored the run from third. That's hit out to third, chance at 2. Macias. Throw on to second and to first. Good stretch and catch from Sidler. And it's an inning-ending double play. Score at 5-4-3. And for the second half inning in a row, it's a twin killing. Fourth inning when we return. Evan Shaw back out for his 4th inning of work. The Power lead at 2-1, and he'll face Levi Hall, who has starred for the Colonials this year. He's 7 for 21 with 6 singles, a double, 5 driven in, a .533 on base percentage, and an OPS north of 900.
Well, he'll gladly take that on base percentage, getting on more often than he's gotten now, especially trying to lead off this inning, try and make up this 1-run deficit, and frankly, try and make Evan Shaw give up the first earned run all season. So Nash, he's gone 17 innings so far this season as Evan Shaw, no earned runs.
First pitch on Hall. In the dirt, 1-0.
This will be a really good test right here. Tough lefty-on-lefty matchup, especially with a good breaking ball. See how well he can try and hang in with that front shoulder. This is an approach you want to try and go the opposite field.
And it's in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Hall's been very good. 30 plate appearances. As you said, Evan has reached more than he hasn't. 1-1. Just misses. 2-1. Well, it's Hall, Sidler, Matsuzaki due up, but we will not see Sidler or Matsuzaki. Pitch is in there for a strike.
2 tough pitches for Evan Shaw, though, so far. Got the breaking ball coming back on the inside part, then a good fastball away.
2-2. In there, called strike 3. 6 strikeouts. For Evan Shaw today as Colton Trudeau steps in for the uncommitted. Trudeau, Granada High School in Livermore, California. Steps into the right-handed batter's box here. Trudeau this year. He's got 3 singles and a double. He's walked 4 times as well. On base percentage north of 300. And he takes a ball here from Shaw. So Shaw has 6 strikeouts. Hasn't been easy, Evan. He's run into some jams.
Absolutely not. I mean, especially the first couple innings, these PSCL guys have come after the big lefty out there on the mound, swinging early and often. And it's a tough thing to try and. We're seeing this the beginning of the second wave right now for this PSCL group. We'll see pretty much a whole new platoon as far as position players are concerned for the next 3 innings. Try and come out aggressive.
Trudeau is going to have a knock. Base hit to right. He's rounding first. He's going to try for 2. Pontoli with the throw. Got him at second. So trying to get aggressive, stretch a single into a double. Trudeau is thrown out.
Well, it's a really nice job from the second baseman Pontoli staying with that ball. He hustled after it the whole way. And I don't blame Colton Trudeau trying to stretch that single into a double, especially with how tough Evan Shaw has been. You know, it's one of those things. Most of the plays he's used to facing, he probably makes the second pretty easily. You have a guy in Pontoli who runs much better than most second basemen would, and frankly with a much better arm than most second basemen would.
Go Hattori is in. Big swing and a miss for Go. And another swing and a miss. That's low and away for Shaw. And excuse me, this is Levi Hall stepping in now. Got a couple of 15s. So Hall is in for Matsuzaki, who struck out swinging in the second. 2-2 now from Shaw. Breaking ball up and in. 3-2 is ball 4. So Hall takes a walk.
Now batting number 21, Colton Trudeau.
Julio Vaz. We're working through some roster finagling here. We have multiple numbers for multiple guys. This is Colton Trudeau stepping in now and playing shortstop. So we promised to get this figured out for you. Big group substitutions for the PSCL and multiple of the same numbers. So we're moving along, and we'll work on getting it right. This is Trudeau with Levi Hall at first base.
That we can guarantee.
And the 1-0 from Shaw. Way inside, and Hall will gain second base. Throw is not in time.
Excellent secondary lead and anticipation right there from Levi Hall. That pitch did not get far away from Mazzetti whatsoever. And frankly, Hall was flying out there towards second base. Good speed on the bases.
Trey Sarmiento is on deck. I think we have this figured out now in the bottom half of this uncommitted order. And it's 2-0 now on Trudeau. Pitch is up 3-0. And he'll take a walk. So Trudeau's aboard at first. And now first and second with one out for Sarmiento, the designated hitter.
Now batting Trey Sarmiento.
Strikeout on the bases.
Looking for a big 2-out hit here from Sarmiento. Hall over at second, Trudeau at first, and that is in there for a strike. Power lead at 2-1. It's been a tightly contested ball game.
So Trey Sarmiento in 278 so far this season. Couple doubles to his credit. He's gone long out of the ballpark so far. 5 RBIs to his credit. Slugging percentage well over 500 and OPS over 900.
Yeah.
That'll do, Nash.
Sarmiento. Very solid in the PSCL. The 0-2, it's a double steal. Doesn't matter. Called strike 3. And that's out number 3. So Shaw works around more trouble and strikes out his 7th batter in 4 innings. Power will come up and hit when we return. Emmanuel Dean will step in now against Takeo Shigemitsu. In a 2-1 game, the Power lead it. Shigemitsu pitching for the Grizzly this year, 5 2/3. He struck out 7. It's fouled back by Dean. Had an RBI double, was thrown out at third in the first inning.
Yeah, last play in the first, coming from an excellent relay from Lee Matsuzaki in right field. He threw a strike to Nathan Beckley, the second baseman, who delivered a perfect missile over the third base to retire that side in the first inning.
One now on Dean. And that's hit hard to second. Tough hop, and squirts through to right field. So Dean's aboard again in what I assume will be called a single, and looks like on the board they're going to say error, but could go either way.
Yeah, it's a tough play out there. Not always sure what kind of hops you're going to get on this hard infield. That was one of those in-between hops. Kind of came up right at the end and just scooted by in the right field.
If that is ruled a hit, Emmanuel Dean is now 8 for 14 on the season, with 2 doubles and a triple. So he's stepping into this lineup and done damage. Here's Joey Mazzetti. Joey singled, stole second in the second inning. Joey with an OPS over 1,000 coming into today. He was 13 for 32. Now he's 14 for 33. Shigemitsu takes a peek at Dean. Bluffs the steal. That's fouled way out of play. Dean is 1 for 1 in stolen base tries. So we saw Bandura, Iinger, Hagen, and now Shigemitsu. And overall, the PSCL arms have performed well.
You know, Nash, I'm also really curious to see who's going to be the multi-inning guy tonight for the PSCL Uncommitted group. So we have 7 pitchers listed on the roster right now. So far, everyone's only gone an inning apiece, so somebody's going to get to go 2 tonight. Wonder who that lucky guy will be.
1-1 is away. 2-1.
For all we know, maybe that'll be Shigemitsu, who's out there right now.
6 hits for the uncommitted side, 3 for the Power. That pitch is in there for a strike, 2-2. And Hagen, who checked out from the mound, gave the ball to Shigemitsu through first pitch strikes in all of his at-bats. So he was tremendous. Got a ground ball double play to finish off the third. That's hit high to right field, twirling, and
Did pretty well.
lands foul.
Whew.
Lost it in the lights.
Frankly, I couldn't see as it was going out there. I was wondering if they had a chance to get out of the ballpark. Honestly, if it weren't for that wind, Nash, blowing left to right, that might have been a fair ball into the corner.
So still 2-2 on Mazzetti. Opposite field Power. Nobody out. Dean leads off first.
You know, we've seen a double play turned by each team so far.
Mazzetti hits it out to third. Chance at 2. Bobbled. No play. So Mazzetti reaches again, and it's first and second with nobody out here for Connor Olson.
That's a tough start. Back-to-back errors to lead off this inning. These balls aren't easy plays, and I tell you, Nash, the best thing for either of these 2 infielders is to get the next ball hit right back to them. Back during my days playing infield, that's what I always wanted if I misplayed the ball in any way.
So here's Connor Olson, who flew out to center in the second inning. 4th error on the uncommitted side.
Good changeup.
But a few of those, I think, marked, balls hit the edge of the grass. Tough hops. Ball has been squirting around all over this field tonight.
About that changeup though from Takeo Shigemitsu. He had really good hitter in his own right. Connor Olson way out in front. Had him looking silly for at least one pitch.
So 0-1 on Olson. That's popped up foul.
Look out, fans. Better be paying attention.
And that's bounced down all the way.
Now, if you get a good look at that, I'm blocked by the wall.
All the way to the front row.
I mentioned it, Nash. We've had a few balls come up our way. Nice dent over in the other room from a foul ball.
Both runners go. Hit out to left and twirling. Landing foul.
Ooh, just foul. You can see the blop on the grass where that ball landed. Maybe fouled by less than a foot. That could have scored 2 runs, frankly, with both runners on the move. And a pretty good 0-2 pitch as well from Shigemitsu. And we said before, spraying the ball foul, just finding a way to put the bat on it, things can happen. That was almost a 2-run double.
Shigemitsu gets ahead on Connor Olson. 0-2. Oh, nice try inside.
I like that miss. It's a really good miss. It's a really good sign seeing a pitcher's more than willing to throw fastballs inside.
So 1-2 now on Olson. With nobody out, runners at first and second. Just misses again, 2-2. .66 on the off speed. Dialing it back. Last pitch at 78. And that's down in the dirt, 3-2. Good block back there.
Really was.
Three-two count. Good block by Farwell behind the dish. Ooh, that just misses.
Close. Wow. I would have wanted that pitch, Nash. I would have. Another good fastball in the inside half. I don't think Connor Olson was looking for it. He was just praying for ball 4, and he got it.
Bases loaded now for Isaiah Alvarez.
Now batting the left fielder, number 5, Isaiah Alvarez.
Isaiah grounded out to second in his first plate appearance.
I'm real curious to see how this PSCL group will play the infield. So it looks like Colton Trudeau and Nate and
first pitch is a ball on Alvarez.
corners are going to play in. Alex Morales at third, Evan Meyer at first, Hillman Truss at second, Colton Trudeau at short. They're going to play halfway, probably trying to turn 2.
1-0 from Shigemitsu. Bounces away and a run will score. So the Power take a 3-1 lead.
So now runners on second and third. Really wonder how they're going to play. It looks like they'll stay at the same depth. Maybe the middle infield playing a couple steps more shallow. Corners playing a little in front of the bag.
Everybody moves up. 2-0. High. 3-0.
I would think Alvarez is swinging away right here. Especially in a good RBI spot. A chance to try and drive 2 more runs in.
Inside ball 4. Bases are loaded once more for Efrain Manzo. And it doesn't look like Manzo's going to take his at bat here. Meeting on the mound.
Yeah, it's a good time for a meeting. Frankly, just try and get your pitcher settled down. The infield too, a couple tough plays to start off this inning. 1 pitch away from trying to turn a double play. And frankly, the game is still very much within reach. Just try and limit the damage.
Power lead at 3-1. Bases are loaded now for Miles Rothfarb. He's going to come in and hit. So Rothfarb steps in now with the bases loaded.
So it looks like the corners are still the same infield depth. Middle will try and turn 2. Oh. Guess that was high.
Pitch up and in. Good try from Shigemitsu. And that's up and in as well. So 2-0. With the bases still loaded and nobody out. And that's down in the dirt, 3-0.
Looks like it'll be Bryce Sidler getting up and warm in the bullpen for the PSCL Uncommitted group. One of those two-way players. Started the game at first base. Looks like he might be the next pitcher.
Pitch is in there for a strike, 3-1. Bases loaded. Harrison Pontoli on deck. Big swing and a miss. 3-2. Good pitch from Shigemitsu.
Yeah, good job to get back in the count. Challenge him with another fastball. In the strike zone, preferably up in the zone. Make him beat you.
So full count, bases loaded. Power lead at 3-1. Bottom of the 4th. High fly ball.
I wonder if he sees it. I don't think he sees it.
Oh, and they lost it in the lights. So 1 run will score. Throw to second is in time to get the force. So they'll get an out on the play. I guess just as good as a sac fly.
Pretty much. It's going to hurt the batting average with the fielder's choice. But an RBI nonetheless for Miles Rothfarb.
So Alvarez is out at second. Mazzetti comes in to score, and it's 4-1 Power.
Now batting the second baseman.
Not much you can do there, especially if you lose a ball in the lights. The only thing I can possibly think of is maybe like tap your hand on your hat or something. It's often a signal they use in the majors to try and at least deke out the runners and make them think that you're camped under it.
Strike 1 called on Pontoli. Shigemitsu starting to batten down the hatches here in the 4th. 0-1. Outside, 1-1. One out. Runners at the corners. Bottom of the 4th, Power leading it 4-1 over the PSCL Uncommitted roster. Pontoli foul tip into the glove. It's 1-2.
Just keep in mind, if anyone wants more information on any of the PSCL Uncommitted players, contact Don Bray, 626-664-5136.
Pitch gets away. Another run will score for the Power. It's 5-1.
Looks like Sidler's still throwing in the bullpen. The Uncommitted group, they definitely want to get Shigemitsu to try and have him get through this inning.
Anthony Angel is running at second for Manzo, and he makes second base.
Tough for any pitcher to try and work through a couple errors to lead off an inning.
That's high. It's 3-2. 3-2, 1 out. Angel off of second. Power lead at 5-1, and that's just a shade high. So Pontoli will get first base.
Looks like that's going to be it for Takeo Shigemitsu. I just saw the signal to the bullpen.
So we'll have a new pitcher for you when we return. We'll tell you about him. Torrey Sweet is back in for his third plate appearance. He's singled
Batting the center fielder, number 45,
back in
Torrey
the third,
Sweet.
and he comes up with runners at first and second, Power leading at 5-1. Pitch is down in the dirt, 1-0 from Sidler, who checks into this game. Bryce Sidler, third of an inning this year in the PSCL.
Good breaking
That's
ball.
in there for a strike. Sidler's been outstanding at the plate. 7 for 24, 370 on base percentage, OPS 829 with a double and a homer. So the North Stars standout position player is now pitching. Sidler at American River hit 301 with a 375 on base percentage.
That's a productive
He can
year,
hit.
to say the least.
Yep, he can hit.
I would have loved to hit 300 in college. I didn't play in college. I ran.
2-1, called strike, 2-2.
Another beautiful night, Nash.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yesterday when I got home, you could see all the stars, and it was just
I like that.
so peaceful.
2-2, 1 out. Last pitch clocked at 82 for Sidler. Swing and a miss.
Couple really nice
Breaking
breaking
ball.
balls at bat.
Curveball gets Sweet.
And it's a good sign, especially to be able to throw those breaking balls for strikes, changes the speeds, changes the eye level. And frankly, Torrey Sweet did not look comfortable during that at bat against Sidler.
Breaking ball at 71. Got the swing and miss, and that brings up Noah Blythe, who hit a sac fly in the third to drive in a run. Also flew out to right in the first. First pitch on Blythe in there for a strike. Nice job here by Sidler.
It's tough coming out of the bullpen in the middle of a jam with runners on base, but he looked sharp against Torrey Sweet right there. It's a good sign getting ahead of Noah Blythe 0-1. Good confidence, too, going after the best hitter in the lineup.
The 0-1 outside, 1-1, and getting down to third with the throwaway. Angel will come in and score, and it's 6-1 Power. Pontoli moves up to second on the play. So Anthony scores, and the Power have a 4-run fourth inning brewing here.
Yeah, it was interesting base running there from Anthony Angel Jr. The ball didn't get away from Tyler Farwell, I don't think. Just a breaking ball maybe took him a little bit into the right-handed batter's box.
0-1, breaking ball. Waited back and hit it out toward the parking lot. It's 0-2.
Sidler's got an excellent breaking ball. That one a little bit out of the strike zone, going down away from Blythe. And Blythe was swinging at that, expecting a fastball, and he just tapped it foul at the end of the bat.
Breaker clocked at 72. So big change from the fastball. Taking off at least 10 miles an hour. 0-2, fastball up, 1-2.
Good idea, though. That's a great miss on an 0-2 count. Change the eye level, go with a higher fastball. You can try and do it again if you want, or you can try and maybe go with a breaking ball down.
83 on the fastball from Sidler. And 1-2 now on Noah Blythe. Down in the dirt, 2-2. Good try again.
That was a really good idea on the breaking ball. Just need to start down a little bit closer to the strike zone. We've seen, 4 or 5 really excellent breaking balls in the strike zone so far from Sidler.
2-2, 2 outs, bottom of the fourth. Power lead at 6-1.
Can't fail to mention excellent block there from Farrell behind the plate. Smothered that breaking ball.
2-2, hit out to short. Picked up on a hop. Low throw! Called safe.
Well, it's an excellent pick from Meyer, to say the least. The PSCL bench are enraged that they didn't get that call.
So Blythe's aboard on an infield hit. Just a heck of a pick there from Meyer.
Now batting number 26, the shortstop, Evan Berkey.
So Berkey, and that's a high pop-up into short center field. Caught by Trudeau for out number 3. Power score 4. They lead at 6-1. We'll head to the 5th inning when we return. Hillman Truss leading it off here at the top of the lineup here in the top of the 5th inning for the uncommitted roster. And Shaw's back out to the mound, and Shaw's held him down for 1 run, 6-1 ball game. Hillman Truss trying to build on a strong summer. He's 8 for 21.
That'll do.
With 2 doubles, 552 on base. He's hitting 381. And an OPS over 1,000.
And frankly, Nash, we're already seeing a PSCL team right now out hitting the power. I mean, these guys are coming up there hacking. They're having excellent seasons at the plate. Very deep group, this uncommitted squad. Frankly, we mentioned already, we'll see a whole different platoon of them tomorrow night. Good hitters.
Truss hits it out to first. It's going to be a tough play for Olsen. Overhand throw. Just got him. PFP, nice defense from the power on Hillman Truss, who hit 342 with a 920 OPS at Lincoln University. And he's out number 1 here in the 5th inning.
Now batting number 16, Alex Morales.
So Alex Morales is in. He's from Elk Grove, California. And he's playing for the Colonials this year. Has 3 hits, 3 walks. Good for a 350 on base percentage. Chops that one out to second. Picked up from Pontoli. Throw on to first. And that's out number 2. So 2 down now.
Evan Shaw's really settled in nicely after getting hit around a bit in the first, less in the second inning. And probably the big thing for him, he's only walked 1 guy so far tonight. Really low walks guy coming into this start to begin with. And it makes a big difference.
Matt Panzica in with 2 outs now. Panzica, left-handed hitter, playing for the Bombers. Take strike one from Shaw. And the 0-1 is high, 1-1. One and one, 2 outs. Shaw on Panzika here on the top of the 5th. And just misses 2-1. Good take.
Looks like Garrett Maloney's getting warmed up in the power bullpen. Pitched for Southern Nevada this past season. Also, though, at the moment, uncommitted.
And that clips Panzika.
I think that got a piece of Mazzetti, too.
So he'll take first base with 2 outs.
And possibly the home plate umpire. The hat trick there on that hit by pitch. Everyone got some action.
Panzika checked in for Michael Macias, who went 2 for 2 with a double. Terrific showing for Macias. As the chats with Evan Shaw.
Might even joke around him saying, hey, you hit the batter, you got me too. What the heck, man? Looks like everyone's okay, though.
So here's Farwell.
Tyler, farewell.
Farwell has a chance to get a 2-out rally going here for the Power with Panzika leading off first. It's fun to see all the different PSCL jerseys mixed up together, and it will be fun in the All-Star game as well.
Oh my goodness, that'll be something else.
And we have 4th of
Guys in the
July.
dugout. A lot of guys out there.
Can't believe the 4th of July is already here next Monday.
That's right. Don't we have a home run derby too?
I'm not sure.
I
That
think
would
they've
certainly
done it
be
in the
fun.
They've done it in the past. I haven't heard anything about it this season.
4th of July, we'll have fireworks, and that ball gets away from Olsen at first. Panzika's going to get out and run. We'll move up to second. We know that foul territory down the first baseline. That ball can roll and roll and roll. Panzika makes it up to second base. Olsen, good hustle to get over to that one.
Could have initially been a close play at first base. Evan Shaw is a good move from that being that left-handed pitch. He's already picked off one runner tonight. He had Panzika leaning just a little bit. Might have been thinking about going to second, so it could have been close. Just threw that ball away. Not much of a chance there for Blythe to corral it.
So a runner in scoring position now.
I think that throw also surprised a bunch of guys sitting in the bullpen down there for the uncommitted group.
Farwell, tall left-handed hitter. Takes outside. 2-0.
RBI will be absolutely big here for this PSCL group, especially after giving 4 runs to the Power in the previous frame, was trying to steal a little bit of momentum back.
Farwell, 871 OPS this year for the Snowbirds. Getting on base at a 393 clip. And you can see why he's ahead in the count, 2-1.
Absolutely. The pattern from Shaw so far tonight, especially the left-handed batsman, go hard on the outside part of the plate and go with the breaking ball on the inside half. So, Frank, I'm looking out over that outer half of the play and trying to stay through the middle towards left center.
2-1 on Ty Farwell. Shot comes set, comes home. Swinging a foul tip. 2-2.
Pretty good swing right there. Shaw missed his spot. That pitch ended up down and in. Nitro zone for a left-handed hitter. If I'm Farwell, I want another pitch in that same spot.
Farwell in the 4th spot. Checking in for Roman Robles, who got on base in the 3rd on a hit by pitch. 2-2 count. And 2 down. And hit out to 3rd. Couple hops there from Manzo. Throw on to 1st. He got him. Excuse me, that was Anthony Angel who checked in for Manzo at 3rd base. Either way, it's out number 3. And that'll do it for the top half of the 5th. Power will come up and hit when we return. Brock Mortensen will step in now against Sidler. And Sidler is back out for a clean inning this time. Came into a tough spot in the fourth, got out of it.
Yeah, most important thing for Sidler, be aggressive in that strike zone. We're seeing from Evan Shaw, even the uncommitted team is hitting him around a little bit, but it's really tough to try and string together 2, 3, 4 hits in a row to try and get a rally.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1 on Mortensen. Good stuff from Sidler. Sitting mid-80s. The 1-1. Up and away. 2-1. It's the bottom of the fifth. Power lead at 6-1 on 3 hits. And for the uncommitted roster, 6 hits. And we just had a scoring change. 4 hits for the Power. Which is upstairs from Sidler. It's 2-1.
Not bad. We got some generous scorekeeping tonight, to say the least, Nash, from our analytic crew.
As you said earlier, maybe some home cooking for the Power.
Well, technically, it's home cooking for everybody. Power always get home cooking, too, playing all their games here at Palm Springs Stadium.
2-1, swing and a miss. 2-2.
It was a pretty comfortable seasonal lifestyle, Nash, not having to worry about travel to a visiting team's ballpark. Some of the teams coming to play, the Power coming from Southern Nevada, others from the coast, some from slightly Northern California.
Yeah, it's almost like, they come in to test the Power. The Power wins so many games every year. They kind of have that, I don't want to say right, but they have home field.
They've earned the cachet.
They've earned it. They've
to say
earned
the
it.
least.
Yes.
Yeah, the respect from the peers.
It's a good way to put it. 2-2. Ball 4. So a leadoff walk for Mortensen. And that'll bring up Joey Mazzetti, who has reached both times. Once on a single, once on an error.
Now batting catcher number 10, Joey Mazzetti.
And Joey's got a fan section down there, it sounds like.
He's got a big fan section there, to say the least. Frank, if I were down there, I'd probably be cheering like that too.
Nobody out. Mortensen at first. Sidler comes set, comes home. Good breaking ball in there for a strike. He's been able to get that over for a strike.
Yeah, several times. He's gone with it early and often, anytime in the count.
And I've been impressed by these PSCL pitchers so far tonight.
Well, just in general, the mindset of just coming out and trying to attack. Like, that's how they got their early first inning run. And frankly, when you try and come out and punch a team in the mouth early who, for all intents and purposes, have more talent, like, you can hang around. Frankly, that's how the United States beat the Soviet Union in the Winter Olympics. Beautiful movie.
Seen it about 30 times.
Oh, I bet. You're from Minnesota. Hockey's like religion up there.
1-1. Fouled off.
Look
into
out,
the
fans.
stands.
Oh, a little past the stands.
Our fireworks show on opening night was tremendous.
That was legit.
Yep, and we'll get it again on the 4th of July.
Nash was just as good as the Padres when we went over to Petco Park.
Out in right center field. Fun to watch, and we'll have that again on Monday.
I bet it'll be a packed house.
Expecting
Just like
it
it was
to be.
opening night. Can't think anybody would do Independence Day and come out and watch some baseball and see fireworks.
Nasty breaking ball from Sidler against Joey Mazzetti, who's been one of the Power's best players this year. Came in with an OPS over 1,000 this time, down on strikes on a 72-mile-an-hour breaking ball.
I saw Torrey Sweet do it, and now we're seeing Mazzetti trying to talk to some of the hitters coming up. I guess talking about the breaking ball from Bryce Sidler. So he's been effective with it, having caused some of the Power guys to get a little frustrated trying to deal with it.
Check on Mortensen at first. He's back in safely. Here's Connor Olson. Walked and scored in the 4th, flew out to center in the 2nd. Pitch is up and away for a ball.
Went with a slide step that time, trying to control the running game.
One and 0. One out. Bottom of the fifth, power up 6-1. There goes Mortensen, the throw down. Close, but not in time.
Really, really strong throw there from Farrell behind the plate. Would have had him too. The throw is a little bit towards the left field side of the bag.
It's a good try from Ty Farwell. But Mortensen's into second with a stolen base.
You ever catch Nash?
Very, very seldomly. Maybe once or twice.
Tough position.
It's tough. It's not as fun as they tell you.
I don't know. My younger brother had a lot of fun playing catcher. You're involved every pitch.
Some people love it.
Yeah, he loved the aggression. Especially like back in his Babe Ruth days. Played up a couple times with my team. He'd have some big guys. Back when we still ran over the catcher. He had some big boys coming in, bearing down on him. But we had strong outfielders. And he had some good putouts.
2-1, swing and a miss on Olsen. So Sidler's been getting whiffs here.
Oh yeah, a couple good fastballs we saw from Sidler. Going up and away to the lefty Olsen. He hasn't been able to get to them. Frankly, if I were Sidler, I'd go with another fastball in that same spot.
2-2 count. And just got a piece fouled back.
Good idea. That fastball a little bit more towards the inner half, but I think it was trying to go up and away with it. I wonder if maybe try a back foot breaking ball to the lefty. I guess somebody made a nice catch, Nash.
Sounds like it.
I'm ready for us to try and make a nice catch.
Souvenirs galore.
I had a ball come back to me in the PA announcer's spot, and it slipped right out of my hands. I pulled it off like I caught it, Nash. I didn't catch the ball. I dropped the ball.
Literally.
I literally dropped the ball, Nash. It was so disappointing. I took pride in my baseball days, but now I don't have the calluses anymore. These guys do. They have all the calluses.
So coming up, another uncommitted game tomorrow. Different roster. Let's hit high into center field, twirling toward left center, and caught out there for out number 2. Throw gets away, so the runner will move up to third. And heading home, here's the throw. He's dead to rights. Double play. And that's 3 outs. So nice defensive play back there again from Farwell.
How about that? Farwell, excellent hustle. The ball got away from the third baseman and the first cutoff man. Ty Farwell backed it up nicely. Frankly, I don't think Mortensen was anticipating Farwell being there, and he was out by a mile at the plate.
Mortensen thrown out at home. Power do not score in the home half of the 5th. We'll head to the 6th. PSCL Uncommitted coming up to bat when we return. Kai Pagan into the batter's box now for the uncommitted PSCL roster. It's the top half of the sixth. Power lead at 6-1.
You know, Nash, he's got an interesting matchup coming up here. Garrett Maloney's on in relief for Evan Shaw. Pitched his freshman year at the College of Southern Nevada. Now currently an uncommitted player pitching for the Power, looking to transfer. And frankly, he's been 5.19 ERAs and very effective. 8 2/3 innings. Only 3 walks so far. 15 strikeouts. He'll sit about 88-92 with his fastball. Feature a breaking ball in the low 80s.
And he's pitching to Kai Pagan, who's been downright excellent for the Bootleggers. Hitting .381, OPS over 1,000, 4 doubles. Couple of walks, 3 runs driven in. Pagan has been awesome. And he hits that one hard towards second. Tough play, gets through to right field past Padilla. And that'll be a hit for Pagan.
Well, good things happen when you put the ball in play, when you hit it hard, especially on the ground. It's such a fast infield. And exactly what the doctor ordered for the PSCL and committed squad, getting a leadoff batter on, with Garrett Maloney coming right out of the bullpen.
So Pagan is aboard at first.
Even behind the plate, Joey Mazzetti's getting quite a bit of cheers.
And Meyer will step in now. Evan Meyer.
Good swing right there, an aggressive swing. Meyer's hitting .263 so far this season, a couple doubles and a couple RBIs to his credit. Some hit by a pitch and walked once.
0-1, swing and a miss.
I know he's come up empty on a couple pitches right there, but I like his swing a lot. It's aggressive. It looks like it's in the strike zone for a long time, too. A little J.D. Martinez kind of swing. As Meyer goes down looking, 3 straight fastballs there for Maloney.
So Meyer's down on strikes.
Now batting number 15, Levi Hall.
And that'll bring up Levi Hall. Hall walked, reached second. And on the season, been an on-base machine. Check on the runner, back in safely. Levi Hall for the Colonials, hitting .333. .533 on base percentage. Talked about him reaching base more than not for the Colonials this year. And Maloney up and away. So Maloney just buzzing fastballs for the strikeout. And that last fastball at 88 miles an hour, Evan.
Wonder how many times a lot of these PSCL guys have seen the guy throwing 88, 99, 89, 90. Good swing.
Fouled back. He was on it. Fouled it back. This is a good battle here.
Absolutely. Right now, look for a fastball on the outer part of the plate. So far, everything's been away coming from Maloney. He hasn't pounded the inside part of the plate just yet. So even if the pitcher's throwing hard, if you're sitting on a pitch and looking for it in a specific location, it gets a lot easier to try to hit.
1-1 Maloney to Hall. With one down here in the top of the sixth, and that's hit hard to right on a line, coming in, making the catch for out number 2.
Well, an excellent swing right there from Levi Hall. That time Maloney sped up his bat a little bit, went over the breaking ball, probably a little bit higher in the strikes than Maloney would have wanted it. And a good swing there from Levi Hall, trying to take advantage of that mistake, just hit it, frankly, right over to Emmanuel Dean and right.
So here's Trudeau. Trudeau singled in the 4th and was caught trying to stretch it. Aggressive on the base pass. That's up just a tad, and it's 1-0. So 2 down now. After a strikeout fly out to right. And that's fouled back. 1-1.
Still a really good swing that time from Trudeau. Guy like that with a leg kick, it's all about just trying to get that foot down on time and get in that good hitter's position.
One and one. Foul back. 1-2.
Were you much of a leg kick guy during your playing days, Nash?
I wasn't when I played, no. Nope.
So you became one after you finished playing.
If I were to go back, I think I would have added it just to get some more gap-to-gap power. I wouldn't have hit, probably home runs, but just gap-to-gap power, doubles power. A lot of singles. I would have liked some more doubles.
I hear that. I was one of those guys with a higher on-base percentage and slugging percentage, and who would hit 300.
1-2 on Trudeau. And in the dirt, good stop from Mazzetti.
Excellent stop. That breaking ball only went about 58 feet or so. Mazzetti corralled him. Made it look pretty easy.
Maloney, sharp stuff. Breaking ball at 77, fastball in the upper 80s. Solid subtraction here, and he's 2-2 on Colton Trudeau. Down in the dirt, another nice stop. It's 3-2.
Really was. Now a bit of an opportunity here for the PSCL Uncommitted group. They're going to be off and running at first with the count full. And you'd like to think a good pitch hit will be coming for Trudeau.
Full count, 2 down. Top of the 6th, power up 6-1 over the Uncommitted PSCL Team 1, and that's just off the plate for ball 4.
That's one of those pitches where Maloney just missed his spot. Mazzetti was set up inside, had to reach his glove all the way back out across the plate. Much tougher to try and get the strike call when the catcher's moving a lot.
Sarmiento.
So Sarmiento back into the box. And he has a chance here to drive in a run or two. Swing and a miss. Fastball buzzes by him.
And some good aggressive swings on Maloney's fastball. Just with it coming in 87, 89s where Maloney's sitting tonight, just a few late swings.
So 0-1 on Sarmiento. Maloney up and away, clips the zone. 0-2, painted.
Couple doubles and a home run to Sarmiento's credit so far this season, along with 5 RBIs. Slugging well over 550.
The 0-2. Up and away, 1-2.
It's definitely got to be adjusting for a lot of these PSCL hitters facing a guy like Maloney throwing in the high 80s.
Last fastball, 87. 1-2. Breaking ball got him nasty. Off-speed stuff from Maloney. Gets the strikeout. Couple of strikeouts in the inning. And the power come up and hit in the home half of the 6th when we return. Power back up to hit here in the home half of the sixth.
Isaiah Alvarez.
It's 6-1. They lead it on 4 hits. And for the PSCL Gray Squad, they have 6 hits and 1 run as Isaiah Alvarez steps in.
Say Alvarez ground out to second his first time up. He walked in the 4th. Oh, wow. That first pitch was... Ball 1.
Ball 1 from Halberg. And Halberg's out there here in the bottom of the 6th, trying to get through 7, 8, 9 in the power order. 1-0, inside 2-0. So Isaiah joined the power about a week or 2 after the season started. And he's got a .429 on base percentage. Takes ball 3. It's 3-0. And the 3-0. Called strike.
So far, nobody up in either bullpen, so wonder if this will be Garrett Maloney's game to try and finish off for the power.
3-1 count. Hit out to short. Picked up on a couple hops and thrown on to first from Trudeau for out number 1.
Nice play from Colton Trudeau. I wanted to say Justin Trudeau. The leader of Canada is not out here.
So there's out number 1, a quick one.
Now batting number 15, Anthony Angel Jr.
And here's Anthony.
And just keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, after the 6th inning, we'll likely see mostly a very different platoon of position players for this PSCL uncommitted group.
Anthony Angel Jr. is 14 for 43 on the season with a double and a triple. 8 walks, 11 strikeouts. And we'll play again tomorrow. Different group of uncommitted players from the PSCL. And then Monday, it's a double whammy. It's not only the 4th, it's the All-Star game.
That's right. Only time this season that the Power are playing on a Monday. Great occasion. 6 o'clock start time instead of the usual 7 o'clock. Fireworks immediately to follow.
And then next Tuesday, the PSCL playoffs begin with the championship coming Friday night.
I can't wait for those playoffs, Nash. It's going to be exciting.
Looking forward to the playoffs in the PSCL. You'll see.
I can't wait to try and argue with the analytics guys about game strategy.
See many of these PSCL players out there. 2-0, swing and a miss from Angel. It's 2-1.
We have an Astros fan in our midst, and he's not with us right now. He's one of our analytics guys, and I like giving the bits about leaving Garrett Cole in the bullpen when they lost to the Nationals in the World Series.
Last pitch at 91. So pumping the heat.
You know, Nash, I faced 90 once. It looks fast.
That was high heat inside. Buzz the tower of Angel.
Buzz the tower. You are from the Twin Cities area, Nash.
And that's upstairs for ball 4. So Angel takes a walk. East LA Dodgers coming to town. Play Friday here. And then the San Diego Waves are here Saturday. Should be an exciting weekend.
That's right. Power beat the East LA Dodgers. Comeback victory back on June 7th.
As Padilla steps in with Angel aboard. And he takes strike 1.
For what it's worth, the Power come into tonight looking for their 8th win in a row. Awfully tough to try and... Awfully tough with Maloney on the mound.
0-1 on Padilla, who checked in for Pontoli at second base. And that is low, 1-1. So for Padilla, Nelson on the season, 4 at-bats. Got 4 walks. Yet to have a hit. I'm sure he'd love to get one here. 1 and 2.
So let's see, 8 plate appearances and 4 walks. How about that?
On base percentage, 500, sandwiched between a batting average of 0 and a slugging percentage of 0.
You know, it's an interesting stat line there, Nash.
Yep.
You
4
know,
walks, 3 strikeouts.
There was one stretch in my career starting a tournament when I was 14 years old, and I walked 7 of my first 8 plate appearances. And it's just one of those things. The pitchers weren't walking most of the other guys, but none of the pitchers we were close during that time.
Padilla's down on strikes. Lineup will flip over to Torrey Sweet, who is 1 for 3 today.
Now batting number 45, Torrey Sweet.
And the only other play appearance during that stretch was a sac fly. Weird tournament, but it was fun. I was never a big power guy. My team used to go, like, hey, Schmize, they don't want to pitch to you, man. I go, I don't know what I'm doing, but hey, it's working.
Pitches inside, 1-0. Would like to wish you a happy birthday, my friend, on the broadcast.
Oh, that's sweet of you, Nash.
24. Happy birthday.
Yep, 24 going on 50, but now, in all seriousness, age is just a number. Physically, I feel spry. Mentally, some would say I'm wise, some would say not so much.
Check on the runner, back in safely.
Also Don Bray's birthday. Wished him a happy birthday a moment ago.
And if you would like to have more information on any of these players, you can contact the birthday boy Don Bray at 626-664-5136.
Don got such a kick out when we first met, finding out that we share a birth date. Not the same age by any means, but he still got a kick out of it nonetheless.
2-0. Fastball in there for a strike. Heater. And the 2-1. Down and away. So a walk. For Sweet at the top of the order. And that will bring up Noah Blythe.
This would be a big hit for Noah Blythe to try and pick up. Rare night so far, he is hitless. Still only a 5-run game, so extra base hit here from Noah Blythe could possibly put it out of reach.
First pitch is a strike, 0-1 on Blythe. With runners at first and second and 2 down. Fastball at 87.
Nash, how'd the Twins do today?
Doubleheader split.
That tends to happen a lot.
Yep.
Tough to try and come back and win that second game.
Pitch is down and away, 1-1.
My Phillies have to go at least 2 months without Bryce Harper.
That's going to be tough.
I know. For what it's worth, I like to think I'm optimistic. I don't think they're up to the challenge, Dash. I'm sorry. I'm laid down by Phils, but my money is on them falling out of it without him.
Blythe swings and misses. It's 1-2. And Noah today is 1 for 2 with a single sac fly. Also flew out to right. The 1-2 on Blythe. Up and in. Gets to the backstop, and both runners will advance into scoring position. Second and third now with 2 down. As Leighton tries to work his way out of a jam.
Still a pretty good breeze tonight. Fly going a little bit from left to right. Hoping it can start coming in a little bit from center field next so we can get the misters coming on in. We had about an inning and a half of that. Not too much right now.
2-2. Reached out and twirling foul. Blythe stays alive.
Once again, you got a breaking ball, pretty good one there from Layden, and just stuck the bat out there and hit it foul down the right field line.
Noah Blythe has a 1,116 OPS. However, he's 6th on the team.
What?
Well, Manzo's included in that. Some small samples.
All right, let me take a look at this, Nash. Now make sure you're not misleading the public here.
Among those with at least 20 plate appearances, he's second to Pontoli. Called out on strikes there for out number 3, scoreless, 6th inning. And we've had 4 scoreless half innings in a row. Still 6-1, Power lead it. We'll head to the 7th when we return. Toby Yoshida is in against Maloney.
Yeah, so with this being the top of the 7th inning, basically going to see a whole new platoon. It works out well. This is the 1 spot in the order for the PSCL uncommitted group. So we'll see that kind of final platoon get their opportunities over these final 3 innings.
Yoshida playing for the Bombers in the PSCL. And that's down in the dirt. He's got a triple this year. 4 walks in 17 plate appearances. Pitches outside, 1-1. 353 on base for Yoshida. And Maloney's looked sharp tonight, Evan.
Oh, it really has. I mean, his breaking ball has been dynamic. He's located his fastball on the inside and outside part of the play, and he's doing a really good job working ahead in the count. And he's used to more starting a game, coming out of the bullpen tonight for Evan Shaw with another tremendous outing. And frankly, Maloney's been steady. That's the best way to put it.
And called strike 3. So Yoshida is down. And that'll bring up Harris.
Now batting number 42, Tyree Harris.
Tyree Harris from the Haymakers. Third baseman. Just heard a "Let's Go T" from the crowd. And they're cheering on Tyree, who has 4 hits, 3 singles, a double in the PSCL so far. Hits that one hard to left field. And coming in, making the catch is Alvarez for the second out. But a hard hit ball.
Absolutely. I think the wind got a hold of that, frankly. It's really picked up coming from left to right.
So 2 down now. for Colt.
34, Jacob Colt.
Jacob Colt is in for his first plate appearance of the night. And that's fouled back. Colt hitting .333, 5 for 15 with 5 walks, so a .524 on base percentage.
Well, dude, getting on base more often than you making out. It's fun running the bases, Nash.
OPS over 850 for the Blue Sox. Blue Sox have had a pretty good offense this year, and Colt's been right in the middle of it.
I'll say the least. Blue Sox, they've been around second and third total offense the entire season of this 12-team field. Maloney, he's going right after these hitters. Really good fastballs. He's mixing it up nicely. He's worked ahead of pretty much everyone he's faced. Maloney has not issued a walk tonight either.
So 1-2 count on Colt with 2 down. And that's in the dirt, bounces away, 2-2.
Is that the first breaking ball we've seen from Maloney tonight?
In a while. Last fastball at 88, and then tried with the breaking ball to get a swing and a miss at
Really?
75.
I feel like standing down there facing 88 would just look really fast, Nash. For us common people.
That's fouled back.
Just to our right.
Online, it would have been if it was straight. It might have hit the top of the netting. I worry.
That was at the perfect height to come
Yeah,
back
it
at our
was.
angle.
Good spin. The 2-2. Outside, 3-2.
The thing with those foul balls, when you hit them straight back, they're coming back pretty much the exact same speed the pitcher throws it. So, possibly an 88-mile-per-hour foul ball coming our way, Dash. You ready?
Birthday souvenir. 3-2. Ball 4.
Yeah, good attempt on the breaking ball. That one just looped the plate a little bit.
So Colt, who'd taken 6 free passes thus far in the PSCL, takes a walk. And that'll bring up Van Dorn.
Now batting number 26, Robert Van Dorn.
Robert Van Dorn. Three walks and 18 plate appearances for the Chill. And hits one high. And it's going to get just out of play into the power dugout. Couple of bounces. Third bounce down into...
And then we have a bullseye. It landed in the water jug.
Oh, did it?
Maybe. I'm hoping. No, it was just missed. That's where the young lady picked it up.
So 0-1 on Van Dorn.
A lot of room as you go towards the dugout in foul territory. An interesting little kind of cutout as you get to the marketing pit.
Robert Van Dorn's from Bonita, California. And takes down for a ball.
These breaking balls have been in good spots, though. Down, sometimes out of the strike zone, or starting it out of the zone and working it back in for a strike. And Maloney's got it working tonight. He's been effective with all his pitches.
Van Dorn in the middle of a very good Chill offense, and swing and a miss, 1-2. At least league average in terms of OPS. Hitting .266 as a team. And 1-2 now on Van Dorn. Foul back, another fastball on the hands. Maloney seems like an uncomfortable at bat.
Well, especially he's willing to work on the inside part of the plate with that good fastball in the high 80s tonight. And I've said before, Nash, you go outside for show, and you go inside for dough. Inside's where you make your money for pitching.
1-2 on Van Dorn. And that's high, 2-2. Two outs. Top of the 7th. Power lead at 6-1. On a lovely Tuesday night at Palm Springs Stadium.
Nash, we're feeling a little bit of the mist now. It's so beautiful.
Swing and a miss. Fastball upstairs got him. And another strikeout for Maloney. So 6-1, power lead it over the uncommitted gray roster. And they'll come up and hit after Take Me Out to the ball game. Evan Berkey, the shortstop, is in for his fourth at-bat.
Foul number 26, Evan Berkey.
Grounded into a double play in the third, flow out to center in the fourth. Nash Walker, Evan Schmeiser calling a 6-1 power lead. And Berkey takes outside ball one.
Just want to remind you guys, if you want any more information on any of these uncommitted PSCL players, whether tonight or the next group that comes in tomorrow, contact Don Bray, the reigning PSCL Manager of the Year, 626-664-5136. Feel free to wish him a happy birthday, too.
Love it. 2-0 on Berkey.
Oh, here comes Rocky. He's strutting his stuff along the concourse.
That misses outside, 3-0.
Rocky means business tonight. I think Rocky wanted a high five there. Somebody left him hanging. The nerve, Nash. The nerve.
3-0 is upstairs. It's a 4-pitch walk to lead off the bottom half of the seventh.
You know, Nash, I spent my entire life with the Philly Fanatic. I tell you.
It's a crazy mascot.
Something else. He loves bald guys. He loves kids. And goofy people. And he loves when the other team messes up.
Number 17, Brock Mortensen.
I believe it. Brock Mortensen checked in for Dean, who doubled in a run in the first. And reached on air, walked, stole second in the fifth. He's on with a runner aboard at Berkey at first base. And that pitch is up and away from Leighton Hellberg, who is a pitcher from California State University at San Bernardino. Right-handed pitcher, 6'2", 175, throws hard. That is high, 2-0.
Looks like he celebrated his 24th birthday just a couple weeks before I did.
13 1/3, 19 strikeouts. And that is high. Three and 0 And up and away, ball 4. So first and second, back-to-back walks. And on the other side, Maloney. Garrett Maloney has been terrific for the power. Just shut down. PSCL had 1 run in the first, and since then, zeros. First it was Shaw, and then Maloney, Evan.
Well, I mean, look, both pitches were excellent tonight. Still, Evan Shaw has not allowed an earned run so far this season. The 1 run in the first inning being an unearned run for the PSCL uncommitted group. I mean, they gave the power a great chance to win tonight. He was excellent. He was around the plate with all of his pitches. He worked the strike zone. A lot of balls put into play, let his defense work. And Maloney, frankly, he's come out of the bullpen, and once again, showing us why he was an excellent pitcher at Southern Nevada University. He's been great.
Currently uncommitted, Maloney. As Mazzetti steps in for his 4th try. Struck out swinging in the 5th. And Mazzetti takes away, and both runners will advance on the pass ball. So second and third now. 2 runners in scoring position for Joey Mazzetti.
Right now, nobody up in the PSCL bullpen, so this will be Halliburg's inning.
Again, Leighton Hallberg. San Bernardino. And you're right, June 14th birthday, 2 weeks ago today.
That's right.
1998.
You know, especially worked with kids all these years, Nash, hearing their birthdays past 2010, that makes you feel old.
1-1.
Even when you're not.
Breaking ball, swing and a miss, 1-2. Don Bray down the first base coaching line, talking to PSCL coach.
He's probably talking about he's going to kick their butts to the playoffs.
Bray is he's a social guy. We had him up here in the first inning. It was fun.
He really knows the game.
Breaking ball called strike 3 on Mazzetti, and that curveball nasty from Hellberg. 1 down.
Yeah, I can't say enough though how much Don Bray really knows the game. Whether it's a pitcher standpoint, a hitter standpoint, strategy, trying to develop players, whether it's the college level, high school, even youth level, he does it all.
Breaking ball, and Hellberg's found the command of that pitch. It's 0-1. Stuff is sharp. He's finding the zone. As Connor Olson steps in with 1 out. Olson swinging a miss, 0-2. Olson tonight 0 for 2 with a walk. He scored on that walk in the 4th inning. And right now they just can't hit that breaking ball, so I would go back to that pitch on 0-2.
Yeah, and Helleberg's a really good command of that breaking ball we've seen quite recently. I would definitely go back to it.
Olson, the left-handed hitter. Another breaking ball.
Oh, my.
Just missed high.
I'm not sure where, but it missed somewhere, Nash. Might have
Got
fooled
Mazzetti.
everybody.
Yep, got Mazzetti on a breaking ball. That was painted on the outer half. And that's a breaking ball inside again.
That was a pretty good one. Tried the back foot breaking ball to the left-handed batter.
It's 2-2 on Olson.
Looks like Eric Teleroja is up and throwing in the power bullpen. Wonder if he'll come on for the 8th and 9th innings.
Breaking ball called strike 3 back to back. And he's thrown like 7 in a row. And he has these power hitters flummoxed right now, 2 down.
Now batting number 5, Isaiah Alvarez.
So here's Isaiah, and he comes in 0 for 2 with a walk, was thrown out at second in the 4th. Excuse me, chopped down on a fielder's choice.
That was a ball that was lost in the lights.
Oh, yes. Breaking ball in there for a strike. That pitch is crisp.
That's a good one, especially when you can couple that with a fastball in the mid to high 80s. That change of speeds makes a big difference.
We haven't seen him throw a fastball on a couple at bats. There's looked like one, but it's down and away. And it's 1-1 on Alvarez. That was another breaker. 72. 1-1. Breaking ball again in there for a strike. 1-2. He's hooking that thing right into the zone. And now he's one strike away from escaping after walking the two leadoff men. Here's the 1-2 on Alvarez. Down in the dirt, gets away and out of play.
Wow. Well, it took a crazy bounce.
Over the netting here behind home plate. So a run comes home to score, and it's 7-1 Power.
Some very excited fans over one of their boys getting the souvenir. I think the umpire took a bit of a hit on that one. Trainer Trevor out to go check on him.
So 2-2 count with 2 down, and we'll step aside as the umpire gets attention. Umpire will remain in the game. Good to see. And steps back in. It's a 2-2 count on Isaiah Alvarez with 2 down. In the bottom of the 7th. Power with 1 home here. They're up 7-1 on the uncommitted gray roster. Breaking ball hit hard up the middle for a base hit. It's an RBI single for Isaiah Alvarez. Waited back on the curve and laced it out to center.
Well, we've seen several good breaking balls from Lane Helleberg this inning. This that time Alvarez did a nice job waiting back, didn't try to do too much. A good level swing, drove that ball right through the middle.
So Anthony Angel will get a try with 2 down. Anthony came in and walked an inning ago.
Now batting number 15, Anthony Angel Jr.
Reached third base. First pitch on Angel, down and away, and gets away. Alvarez will move up to second, thought about third, but he'll hold up with just the 1 extra base. Anthony Angel Jr. has been a staple in this Power lineup since day 1.
Also a living mate of mine. He's a gentleman, I tell you what, Nash. Really good values. It's always a pleasure talking to him.
1-0. Down in the dirt, 2-0. Here's the throw down to third. And skips away. So Isaiah gains another base.
An excellent secondary lead. We know Isaiah Alvarez runs extremely well. Ball didn't get too far away either, but able to take third.
So 2-0 now on Angel Jr. And 2 down. Up and away, 3-0. So we went to that breaking ball quite a bit. Back to the fastball. Probably would go back on 3-0 and just try to get those whiffs again with the breaker.
You'll go to the breaking ball 3-0. You are a new school pitcher, Nash.
And he does.
Oh my god.
Just missed.
I mean, that was a good-looking pitch. You know, tough to be a hitter these days. Back in the old days, Nash, and growing up, when it's a 2-0 count, you know you're getting a fastball. Now you don't know what you're going to get.
So Padilla will get another try. He struck out swinging in the 6th.
Now batting number 16, Nelson Padilla.
Nelson Padilla with runners at the corners now, still 2 down. As Josh Hernandez warms in the bullpen.
I hear he's a knuckleballer, Nash.
Knuckleballer. Looking forward to seeing that.
I faced one knuckleballer during my playing career, but I didn't really knuckle that much. So I'm curious. I'm really curious.
Curveball in there for a strike on Padilla. another one is hit out to right. It's a base hit. Another run comes home to score. Power lead it 9-1. And Angel moves up to second on the play.
Look, another good piece of hitting on the breaking ball. That one, a little bit of a hanger there from Layden Helleberg, and just deposit that in the right field, hit it hard, stayed through the strike zone, and it looks like that is going to be it for Layden Helleberg.
So it looks like Hernandez warmed and ready to come into this ball game. We're going to take the ball. We'll introduce you to Josh when we return. We have a knuckleballer onto the mound in Josh Hernandez. I've seen him pitch in the PSCL. It's been a joy. He's played for the Power out here quite a bit this year, and this time he'll pitch against the Power.
Hey, Nash.
Number 27, Carson.
I gotta say, this is an interesting matchup. Carson Phillips, usual pitcher for the Power. He's up for another at bat. Pitcher against position player with the roles reversed.
Josh Hernandez is a hitter for the Power, 10 for 34. That's a 294 average, 455 on base percentage, OPS just under 780. First one is inside, 1-0. Phillips. And that's up and away, 1-1.
That was like the
2-0,
fastball there,
excuse me.
Nash. I think we saw a knuckleball first pitch and then a fastball at last one. Knuckleball clocked in at 56 miles per hour.
Still 2 down. And that's in the dirt. 3-0. Runners at first and second. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Power have scored 3. They're up 9-1.
So Carson Phillips as a hitter, that was a big swing right there. He's 0 for 3 on the season with 3 strikeouts at the plate. Trying to change that. I want to see him run, frankly, Nash.
Josh is smiling on the mound after that one. And Phillips waits back, pops it up on the infield. Out number 3. So a fun at bat. Phillips pops out. Power score 3 in the 7th. They lead at 9-1.
Power fans.
And the PSCL will come up and hit when we return. Kai Pagan back out there.
Number 12, Kai Pagan.
He'll hit here in the top of the 8th. In a 9-1 game, the Power leading. And Pagan.
Singled his first time up. Hit it hard, too, against Garrett Maloney.
And he'll face off against Eric Teleroja. We've seen start some games. He's come into some games in relief.
Teleroja's gone 8 in the third. This will be his 4th outing. 15 strikeouts to his credit, 6 earned runs.
First pitch on Pagan is inside, 1-0.
Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see a different platoon of uncommitted PSCL players tomorrow night. Once again, 7 o'clock start time on the PS Power YouTube link.
Hope you'll join us. Last 3 weeks of the Power season here, that's dribbled up the third baseline called foul. Anthony thought he had a play at it down there.
Just barely foul. Did the Twins win tonight, Nash?
Split doubleheader.
Oh, my bad. That's right. Short memory. Almost forgot it was my birthday today, to be honest.
We just sang happy birthday.
Yeah, I was so embarrassed. But it was very loving kind of embarrassed. Very appreciative.
Pitch is in the dirt. It's 2-1.
The best part is everyone enjoyed complimenting and embarrassing me at the same time in front of the whole crowd. It's good-natured stuff, Nash.
On Kai Pagan.
Can't forget also Don Bray's birthday.
Yes.
Well, if you want more information on any of the players tonight or tomorrow, you can give him a call or a text, 6226-664-5136.
Kai Pagan, 8 for 21 for the Bootleggers. 4 doubles. OPS over 1,000. It's been terrific. And that's hit out. Base hit, what do you know? That's all he does, folks. Kai Pagan is aboard with a hit.
2 hard hit balls tonight, 2 hits for the young man.
So Pagan's aboard with a leadoff single.
Number 20, Trace Sarmiento.
And Sarmiento gets another opportunity. Trace Sarmiento playing for the Snowbirds. Hitting .278, slugging .556. Takes a breaking ball for a strike from Teleroja. OPS .906, 2 doubles and a homer. So these guys may be uncommitted, but they are putting up lines in the PSCL.
Well, they're absolute hitters. It's been a real treat, honestly, to watch them. It's going to be a really excellent playoffs as these 12 teams will eventually face off a week from now.
Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Very curious to see, Nash, if any of those lower-seeded teams upset the apple cart.
I think we're going to see it. And with a 1 game, you can't throw your best pitcher in every single game. So
Unless you're the A's and you got like 4 of the best pitchers.
4 aces.
A's led by reigning PSCL Manager of the Year, Don Bray.
A quick look at our PSCL standings. Playoffs coming up. Lumberjacks, Blue Sox, A's all at 9-3 in first place.
Oh, how about that?
It's just
I guess
outside
the Lumberjacks
1-2.
Lumberjacks must have lost today or yesterday.
Yes, they were actually no hit into the 6th inning.
That's remarkable
Sox.
because they're by far the best offense in that entire league.
So the Lumberjacks fall 6-4, but that game was on no hit watch through the 6th inning.
That goes to show anything can happen when the best offense in the league almost gets no hits.
And you won't be surprised, Matt Gorham, the lefty.
Oh, yeah, of course. Matt Gorham. That guy's
who's been
unhittable.
Unbelievable this year.
He's unhittable. He doesn't throw hard, but his ball just dances all over the place, and he throws a ton of strikes.
16 1/3. Matt Gorham has given up 1 earned run. And that's a called third strike. So a strikeout for Teleroja. There's 1 down. .55 ERA, 167 opponent batting average, 9 strikeouts.
17, Max McGee.
He's walked only 3 of 40 he's faced. And had a no-hit bid against the league's best offense today. Into the 6th. As McGee steps in. And McGee has had some clutch hits as well in the PSCL.
You know, Nash is just checking the roster for tomorrow night's game. Matt Gorham is not on that roster. So rightfully so, he's been picked up by somebody. Good for him. It's a big deal.
McGee hits that out to short. Couple of hops, throw on to second. Try at first, and he's safe. So a fielder's choice for Max McGee. Wish I could have told you more about him. I will anyway. Max McGee, 5 for 18 this year, 381 on base percentage, 3 runs driven in. They've all come in huge spots. He's 3 for 4 in stolen base attempts as well. And you can see his speed up the line on that fielder's choice.
15, go, Hattori.
We'll see if he takes off.
You know, Nash, you have all these players here throughout the season, and a few more of these guys, the uncommitted players on the field tonight and tomorrow, get accepted by colleges. They're in the transfer portal. What was it like for you getting accepted to Mizzou?
Well, it wasn't hard, but that's not because I was Einstein or anything. It was fun.
Humble guy, I can see.
Go Hattori's 5 for 17, 4 free passes, so a 429 on base percentage. And there goes the runner. It's hit to right. It's a base hit for Go. Round second, heading to third. You can see the wheels for McGee. And first and third now with 2 down. So goes aboard with a hit.
Great piece of hitting, too, going the other way. Not sure it was designed that way, but worked perfectly for a hit and run. Now putting the PSCL group with runners on first and third.
And a chance for Takayo Shigemitsu. Who pitched earlier. Now he'll come up and hit. He's walked 3 times this year. First pitch on Shigemitsu is high, ball 1.
Glad to still see the aggression from this PSCL group. You know, it's one of those nights, it's for them to try and showcase themselves. It's one of those things, it doesn't matter what the score is. Still play as hard as you can like it's a 0-0 ball game.
So 1-0. And that's outside. So 2-0 on Shigemitsu, who's put together some nice plate appearances this year.
Frankly, if I'm Shigemitsu, I'm looking dead red for that fastball out and over the plate. Drive something in the right center field to score at least a run.
2-0 from Teleroja with runners at the corners. Comes set, comes home. Fouled off.
It's a good idea. Hit that ball pretty well down the right field line. Just a little bit late.
Shigemitsu, big support section down there.
Big group of young men.
Yep,
A lot of energy from them. I like it, Nash.
I believe PSCL players.
You know, they do look like ball players.
And a 2-1 count. Up and in. Here's the check throw to third into left field. So the second run will come home for the great team.
And going first to third proved to be pretty big right there, plating a second run.
9-2. Power lead it. First run since the first for the uncommitted squad.
Goes to show how good Evan Shaw and Garrett Maloney have been so far. Especially Garrett Maloney's in the transfer portal, frankly.
Breaking ball up and away. Ball 4 on Shigemitsu. So he draws another walk. And that'll bring up Yoshida.
Number 5, Toby Yoshida.
Toby Yoshida here in the bottom of the 8th. Excuse me, top of the 8th with a chance to drive in a run. And that's a breaking ball in there for a strike from Tella Roja. He's not the first pitcher tonight we've seen maybe a better command of the off-speed secondary stuff than the fastball. And the 0-1. Another breaking ball in there for strike 2, this time on the inner half.
If I'm Tella Roja, I'm going right back with another breaking ball, especially in 2 in a row, knowing the fastball command's been a little tougher this inning. I'm looking for that curveball.
0-2, 2 outs. And the pitch from Tella Roja, breaking ball, misses in. It's 1-2.
3 in a row so far this at bat. I wasn't surprised if we saw a 4th.
Not at all. 1-2, 2 outs, runners at first and second. And a swing and a miss. So Tella Roja goes back to the breaking ball, gets out number 3, and the power will come up and hit when we return. Power back up here with a 9-2 lead.
Wow.
From Hernandez is in
I want
for
to
a
see the
strike.
velocity on that one, Nash. A batter double clutch on that pitch.
In for a strike on Miles Rothfarb. And a swing and a miss.
That time a fastball.
High fastball, and he's way behind it because he was sitting on the knuckler.
I mean, I'm wondering, I don't know if that... Okay, the fastball that was 64 apparently? Or was that the knuckleball?
Oh, and he reaches out, pops it down the third base line, lands foul. Thought he might poke that thing in so in front of that pitch.
I think this is Rothbard's first at bat of the season. He is a pitcher.
That much is true. Hernandez a knuckleballer.
I don't know if that knuckleball even registered on the radar gun, Nash. It officially didn't.
Right off the end of the bat, inducing some weak contact from Rothfarb.
See Rothbard with that leg kick there? I wish I was that flexible. I tried that, I might snap my hamstring. Runners not known for their flexibility, Nash.
Ralph Farm, 0-2, pops up on the infield. Looks like Josh wants it, but it'll be the first baseman making the catch for out number 1. And 1 down now. For Spencer Dickinson, who hit a big 3-run homer today
Spencer Dickinson
in the PSCL, and he gets a chance here for the power.
Nash, I'm jealous. Another home run I missed.
He takes a strike up and away. It's 0-1.
I haven't seen a single home run all year, Nash. I've been home sleeping for all of them, quite literally.
Maybe this is it right now. Hit out to third. Not a home run, but it's a base hit.
Spencer Dickinson's eyes, Nash, lit up so much. Pitch came in at 51 miles an hour right down the middle. My goodness.
Dickinson singles to left.
Now batting number 17, Brock Mortensen.
And that brings up Mortensen. And the first pitch, he waits back, fouls it. It looks really good. And then he's almost pulling a string on it. You think you're on it. You're still out in front.
Of course. And even at times the pitch can be higher than you'd want it to be. But it looks so good when it's up like that. That foul ball, I wonder what the exit velocity was. Maybe 40 miles an hour?
That was inside for a ball. It's 1-1 with 1 out. Power leading at 9-2 in the bottom of the 8th. Waits back. Pop up on the infield. And he'll let it drop for a double play.
That should be 2. Mortensen wasn't running on the play, so an easy double play. Smart play out there, letting that ball drop in the infield.
No infield fly call. It's out number 3, and we'll go to the 9th. Tyree Harris will get another opportunity here for the uncommitted roster, trailing 9-2.
I mean, look, if you're Tyree Harris or any of these other hitters coming up, make this at bat count. It's your last one of the night. Try and showcase yourself. Trying to get signed, frankly, by a college. Is that how it works to get signed, Nash?
Well, I didn't get signed, so...
I went D3, so that doesn't apply either.
That counts. It'll be Harris, then Colt.
Now batting number 42,
money-wise
Tyree
doesn't count.
Harris.
And then Van Dorn. So Harris, Colt, Van Dorn here. And what will likely be the last ups for the PSCL, trailing by 7 runs.
Make it count, gentlemen. Make it count.
Teleroja back to the mound from the stretch. First pitch chopped out towards second. Padilla makes the play, and there's the first out. So Tyree Harris, who has a double in the PSCL, grounds out to second, and that brings up Jacob Call.
Now batting number 34, Jacob Call.
Colt is 5 for 15 with 5 walks in the PSCL for the Blue Sox.
Just one more reminder, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow will be the second platoon of PSCL uncommitted players' chance to try and showcase themselves against the Palm Springs Power. And if you want more information on any of the players from tonight or tomorrow, feel free to contact the other birthday boy, Don Bray, 626-664-5136.
Oh, one is high, 1-1.
First, when Don originally found out that we had the same birthday, Nash, his first reaction was, "Oh my God, I can't believe it." That was the most hysterical thing.
We are in the middle of the 5th week of power action.
It's flown by, Nash.
It has. We only have 2 full weeks left after this.
Doesn't feel like that long ago when we got out here in the middle of May to get things started.
2-1 count on Colt with 1 out.
Nash,
That's up and in, 3-1.
What was it like driving here from Minnesota?
Well, we drove from Missouri. It was a long way. We made fun of it. Some days were longer than others.
Which states did you pass through?
New Mexico.
Really? You went that far south?
Arizona. Yeah. Came from Columbia, Missouri. That's popped foul by Colt, 3-2.
Is Columbia, Missouri that far south?
Well, we took the more southern route.
I can tell.
There's like a Colorado route. We took a southern route.
Yeah, we're all the way down to New Mexico.
Albuquerque.
Arizona's unbelievably beautiful. Saw the whole state practically, Nash.
It is nice. 3-2. Hit out to short.
A big
Routine
hop.
grounder. Hopped on the grass, and that's there for out number 2. Scored 6-3.
Really good hustle there from Jacob Call. He almost beat that play. Bang, bang over at first. Almost made Anthony Angel Jr. regret taking his time on that ball.
Nice play by Angel Jr. And now down to their last out. Uncommitted Gray, we're calling them. With Robert Van Dorn to the plate. 2 down. Top of the 9th. Power lead at 9-2. Teleroja to Van Dorn. First pitch, breaking ball, called a strike. And Van Dorn on the season is walked 3 times. And down in the count, 0-1. With 2 down, nobody aboard. Breaking ball, down in the dirt, 1-1.
See that throw from the umpire, Nash? Zip that
Frozen
in there.
rope. Frozen rope.
Jeez, I hope I can throw that well when I'm his age, however old he is.
Careful.
I don't know how old he is, Nash. I'm probably one of the worst at trying to tell how old people are.
1-1, breaking ball called, strike 2, and 1 strike left for the PSCL uncommitted roster. It's been a blast. Seeing a lot of talent out here at Palm Springs Stadium. Again, we'll be back tomorrow. We got fireworks Monday for the 4th. In the All-Star game, here's the 1-2. Breaking ball. Just missed high, 2-2.
Can't think of a better way to celebrate Independence Day, Nash. The All-Star game, fireworks, baseball. Doesn't get better than that.
Should be fun. And the 2-2 with 2 outs here. And the top of the 9th. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the Power win 9-2. Nash Walker, Evan Schmeiser, been a pleasure. And we will be back tomorrow for the second half of the uncommitted roster playing the Power. And Evan, any final takeaways here?
Well, I mean, look, I can't say even when the score got a little bit out of hand, the PSCL group, tremendous energy in the dugout, very supportive of all their teammates, whether pitchers are coming out of the game or pitching an excellent inning, and everybody got a chance to play. That's the most important thing. They had the opportunity. That's what they paid for to get out here, just to have that shot. And frankly, they still have about a week and a half, depending on how far they go in the playoffs left in their season with this group tonight. We'll see another group tomorrow. So they had the opportunity they needed. So a successful night nonetheless.
Power beat the gray side of the PSCL uncommitted roster 9-2 on 7 hits. For the PSCL side, 2 runs on 8 hits. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be back tomorrow in a final happy birthday